Hello and welcome into another Canadian Old Time Radio Association broadcast. I am John Bowyer, inviting you to join me by sitting back and relaxing as we look into the archives of Radio Past. Hello again, my Canadian friends, and welcome into another trip with our friends, the Marsdens and Becker. I'm sure that you're going to find these two shows from the Mystery Project quite interesting. I think that tonight we're going to start off with Clean Sweep and the Marsdens. This is called Loose Lips. And if you can imagine it, well, Ben and Bonnie have something to do with the movies. And that's all I'm going to tell you. So, let's begin.
Hi, gang. Bob Boving with you for The Mystery Project and this episode of Clean Sweep by Elf Silver. Roller coasters have nothing on the Marsden family when it comes to dips and peaks and swooping curves. One week, it's the struggle to make the mortgage payment and pray that the truck will start. Then suddenly, we find Bonnie and Ben in steady work together and a new car. There has to be a catch. The story is called Loose Lips, starring Deborah Allen as Bonnie Marsden and Richard Donat as Ben.
Excitement in the picturesque little town of Deacon Brodie today as Hollywood comes to Nova Scotia. Shooting begins this morning on the Burton Schlemsky production of Young Goodman Brown from the book by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Well, seems to be a lot of Nathaniel Hawthorne around Nova Scotia these days.
What kind of name is
Scarlet Letter.
Burton
Now,
Schlemsky?
Young Goodman Brown.
Well, it'd be two names, eh? Like Henry Burton and his partner Harvey
Gables.
Schlemsky.
Oh.
Folks around town will be out mowing their front lawns all day in hopes of catching a glimpse of the star, William Hughes.
We'll be
There's an
catching
old
more
song
than
William
Gwen.
Hughes' mother used to sing to him.
Well, I'm more excited about catching a glimpse of $200 a day just for driving from set to set. Is that right? Set.
How would I know?
See any number on those houses?
15. The information package says 21 blue and white. Oh, that must be it.
Wonder if I got the air conditioning on too high. What time is it?
10 after 7.
I'm supposed to pick him up at 15:15. Guess we should wait 5 minutes before knocking on his door.
Nice little house to rent for a month.
Must be 5, 6 bedrooms. Maybe he sleeps in a different one every night, so you'll only have to come in once a week and make all the beds at once.
Oh, my God, here he comes. Oh, I kept him waiting. He's taller than he looks in the movies. Oh, I better get out. Mr. Marsden, I'm Bonnie Hughes. Oh, Mr. Hughes, I'm Bonnie Marsden. I'm your house cleaner.
Call me Bill.
Oh, and that's my husband, Ben. He's your driver.
Oh, that's handy. Good morning, Ben.
Yep.
I'm afraid, Bonnie, you'll probably be finished long before Ben brings me home. Why don't you wait for him at the canteen tent? It should be on your map. Free food and hot and cold running caterers.
Thank you.
It's not my doing. You're on the shoot. Well, Ben, let's go make some magic.
Bill? I thought you were going to be gone all... Oh.
No, I'm not Bill. I'm George. Mr. Hughes's personal assistant. And truth be told, bodyguard.
I'm Bonnie Marsden, the house cleaner.
Mr. Hughes will be requiring your services on every shooting day. Even if you only spend an hour washing the dishes and changing the bed sheets, you will be paid for a full day. Your husband can drop you off here every morning he picks up Mr. Hughes.
How did you know my husband is...
It's my business to know things, Mrs. Marsden. And your business not to know them.
How's that?
Mr. Hughes's private life is his own. Any lack of discretion on your part would be a very big mistake. Though you might find it very tempting. There are a lot of so-called journalists out there who would pay substantial sums of money for any excuse to use the name of William Hughes to help sell their rags. Substantial sums. We wouldn't want that, would we?
No.
Anybody sitting here, ma'am?
No.
Don't mind if I do.
No. I mean, no, I don't mind.
Thank you. The rest of the people in here will thank you, too. Heard me tell the same story so many times, I'm just a boring old fart. You're not eating?
No, I'd brought a bag lunch to work. I'm just waiting for my husband.
What a waste. Well, I don't mean a waste that you got a husband. Though that, too. I mean a waste you don't take advantage of the catering. First thing to ask about any location shoot, to hell with the scenery and ambience. They got good food in that part of the world? I'm Bert.
Bonnie. I'm just one of the house cleaners for the actors.
Well, that ain't just Bonnie. If somebody can't keep them babies' floors washed and diapers changed, the whole shoot goes to hell.
So you're not one of the actors?
Hell no. I'm just in production. Don't get me wrong. There's some grown-up actors out there, but mostly if they ain't crazy to begin with, the business drives them there.
So, what do you do in production?
Odd jobs. I'm just around for when something breaks down. I'm like the relief pitcher on the picture. No talent to speak of, but a lot of experience. First shoot I ever worked on was Gophering on Something's Gotta Give. Marilyn Monroe. After that, I can handle any star on the planet.
That's funny. I thought I'd seen every movie she ever made. My first 2 kids for college, you see a lot of late movies. But I don't remember that one.
Well, it was never released. She went and snuffed herself. Or maybe had a little help. Before they'd shot enough footage to paste together. You know how they always talk about how vulnerable Marilyn Monroe was, how she had this wonderful, vulnerable quality on the screen? Well, let me tell you, honey, she's about as vulnerable as a barracuda. Anything she wanted, she got. And then there was this gaffer on that shoot, had a wooden leg, and his girlfriend had a glass eye. And one time we was waiting around playing.
You read murder mysteries, Ben?
My wife does sometimes.
Well, maybe Bonnie will like this one. It's not too awful. I read it today.
Thanks.
No point in keeping them around once you know who killed her.
You read the whole book today?
And half another one. You spend more time sitting around the Winnebago than in front of the camera.
Must drive you batty.
If you weren't to begin with. I get used to it. Oh, hell, I'm lucky to be working at all.
You?
Don't believe everything you read in the papers, Ben. This business is a crapshoot. And my last 2 starring vehicles crapped out. But I got a big one coming out next month. Maybe that'll turn things around.
Bound to.
Once you've had a taste of it, they got you. Once you've gotten used to being chauffeured around and 100 million people watching your face up on the screen, you think that's the way it's supposed to be. And you'll do anything. Use anything to stay there. Anything.
Can't be much fun having nothing to come home to either. I read in the papers how your wife's making another movie in Spain all the time you're going to be here.
Yeah. Well, that's a part of the gig, too.
It must get hard on you sometimes.
Not as often as when I was 18.
Yeah, that's just the kind of joke I'd hear from one of the guys hanging around a gas station.
I was one of the guys hanging around a gas station. Might be again if I don't get another hit soon.
That's funny. I didn't think you could rent a Mercedes. But
I couldn't tell you, Ben. I've never seen a little Mercedes SL with rental plates. Have you?
Nope. I thought for a minute there I seen something funny, but I don't see a damn thing, do I? What time tomorrow, Mr. Bill?
Yeah, you got me pegged there, Ben. Mr. Bill. Oh, no, Mr. Hands, not my head in the Vegematic. Tomorrow, same time, same station. Good night, Ben.
Looks like it will be. For you. I didn't know you could rent a Mercedes-Benz.
I never had occasion to ask.
Well, there it was, sitting in front of Bill Hughes' place. Little Mercedes sports car with rental plates. And sitting in it was a woman with platinum blonde hair and dark glasses. Just like something out of an old James Bond movie.
Goldfinger.
Huh?
Oh, there was something funny about the way that old production guy said odd jobs. Made me think of a movie. Odd Job and Goldfinger.
Oh.
Sorry, you were saying? About the woman in the car?
Oh, nothing more to say. Probably some kind of high-class hooker.
Oh, there's no such thing.
Oh, come on, Bonnie. Him and his wife must spend half their lives 4,000 or 5,000 miles apart. They probably got some kind of an arrangement.
Yeah, it's called marriage.
Well, who knows what the wife's getting up to in Spain? They're a different kind of people than us. They just live a different kind of life.
Anyway, it's none of our business. You drive his car, I scrub his floors, and a month from now we'll never see him again.
Yeah, you're right. I'm getting as bad as one of them damn gossip columnists or the tax department.
The tax department?
Always jumping to conclusions. Like, for instance, I sure hope nobody from the tax department drives by our house while we got this car parked in the driveway.
Goldfinger, pretty girls, beware of his heart of gold.
What?
He will turn... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't...
Oh, that's all right. What time is it?
About 10:30. I'm the house cleaner.
Yeah, I figured that out. I should hit the shower anyway, so just do what you're doing. You might want to change the sheets.
Yeah, I might.
Why don't you use the dishwasher?
A waste of water for 2 plates and frying pans. Dishwashers don't really clean cooking pans anyway. The only thing the damn machines are really good for is fighting dirty dishes.
I'm sorry if I was a bit rude a little while ago. I'm not really functional till I've had a shower.
Neither am I.
Look, Bill and I would really appreciate it if you didn't...
Loose lips, ain't you?
Yeah, right. I know Bill always forgets about tipping. I think the red ones are 50s.
I don't need to be bribed to mind my own business.
I'll leave it on the table anyway. You can run it through the dishwasher.
But the Mercedes wasn't there when I dropped out this morning and picked up Bill.
It was in the garage. I saw it going up the driveway. How many women, when they get woken up naked, not even a bed sheet on, reach their hand up to cover their face?
I wouldn't know.
And when I was straightening up the room and picking the clothes up off the floor, how many women these days still wear garter belts and stockings and no other underwear?
I wouldn't know.
I left her damn tip on the table. Made me almost want to call up the papers with a juicy tidbit about William Hughes, just out of spite. I still can't get over the feeling I've seen her somewhere before. It was in some fancy restaurant.
Now, when was the last time you and me was in a fancy restaurant?
Exactly. But that's what I keep seeing, a place with red walls and chandeliers. She was wearing a green dress and put her purse on the table. Oh, my God.
What?
No. Nothing on the road. I just remembered who she is. You remember that movie Andy loaned us a couple of months ago, the one we wouldn't let Melissa watch?
Hmm.
About the woman who didn't know her husband was a gangster, starring Meg Seymour.
She the one that did the skinny dipping scene?
Trust you.
But that one had dark hair.
So did this one when she woke up. When she came downstairs, she was a blonde. You've heard of wigs?
But who put on a platinum blonde wig so they wouldn't be noticed?
Fooled you, didn't it?
Well, there would have been something in the papers that Meg Seymour's making a movie in Nova Scotia.
What she's making in Nova Scotia isn't a movie. Meg Seymour. Maybe if she shows up again, I'll ask her for her autograph.
Or bring along the camera and take a few snaps before you wake her up. Could be big money.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, I'm glad I wouldn't have to sit up all night trying to figure out where the hell I'd seen her before. But it's none of our business.
No, it's none of our business.
Ben?
Yeah?
I thought you were going to have a few beers at the fire hall.
I had one. And some of the guys asked me what kind of fellow this William Hughes was. And when I told them Bill was just a regular sort of guy, they started ragging about, oh, yeah, your old buddy Bill. So I said, hell with it, and came home. Something happened while I was gone. You looked like you just ate a porcupine.
I got a phone call. We got a phone call from Florida.
Florida?
Well, I guess that's where they have the publishing offices for the American Inquirer. They offered us $1,000 for any inside scoop on rumors about William Hughes and a certain actress.
$1,000?
$1,000 US.
Well, what'd you tell them?
I told them I didn't know what they were talking about. Then how would they get our number?
Well, I guess they got their ways of finding things out. Meg Seymour's been up to Bill, what, 4 or 5 times the last couple of weeks? I guess somebody was bound to spot her eventually, going back and forth, or whatever hotel she's staying at.
Hello? How did you get our number? I don't know what you're talking about. That was Ernest Magazine in Ottawa.
I'll get it this time. Yeah? Wrong number. This is Bob's Auto Body.
You can't hide your light and your smile in the empty sky. I thought by now you'd realize.
Schedule says Bill only shoots till noon today. Continuity don't screw things up again. Should I pick you up at the canteen again?
Sure. If you're late, maybe old Bert will be hanging around to pass the time. His old stories aren't as boring as he thinks people think they are.
It takes a good listener to hear a good story.
That was the Eagles, and there's some eagle eyes around Number 2 County these days. Rumor has it that another famous movie star, the beautiful Meg Seymour, has been frequenting the vicinity of...
How would they have found out?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, are we running late?
No, a few minutes early.
Then why is Bill already out waiting? I've never seen that car before. And who the hell are those other 2 guys?
One of them is Mr. Hughes' personal assistant. I don't know the one in the motorcycle jacket. Good morning.
This is a check from Burton Schlemsky Productions for the remainder of you and your husband's wages up to today, plus the 4% vacation pay obligatory in this country. Your employment on this shoot is terminated.
What? Why?
I think you know very well why. I told you that discretion was part of the job requirement.
What kind of crap is this?
Get back in the car, Ben. Get back in the car.
In the back seat. Melvin here will drive you home and return the vehicle.
Bill, I didn't tell anybody about her except for Ben. You know it wasn't us.
I have to be on set.
If you attempt to communicate with Mr. Hughes again, I'll have you charged with harassment.
You should speak more politely. I just saved your life, or at least some of your bones.
I don't think so. I know karate.
I'll bet you do. Ben, are you sure you didn't say anything to those reporters or anybody else?
I'm sure.
Well, I couldn't much blame you if you did. $1,000 is a lot of money for just telling the truth. 1,000 American.
Well, I didn't. How the hell am I supposed to know you didn't?
Let's not get into an argument in front of this jerk. Or behind this jerk.
If you two are going to fight, at least don't go too...
Shut up, Melvin.
Bonnie, why don't you just come in and sit for a minute? I got some coffee on. I'll bring in the rest of the groceries.
There is no rest of them. I just picked up a few things to get us through the next week or so till I can get back to my regulars.
We still got money in the bank.
That's for the mortgage. It was a long lineup at the checkout counter, so I had the time to flip through all the so-called newspapers. The ones that didn't have front-page headlines about Hughes Seymour love nest had it on the second page. Who could have told them?
I don't think we'll ever know. For once, Bonnie, just leave it at that. Just shrug your shoulders and walk away.
Hello? Oh, Mrs. Parker, thanks for returning my call. It looks like I'll be able to get back to doing your house sooner than I... But I didn't have anything to do with... But that's a... She hung up on me.
What? Why?
She saw the tabloids, too, and everybody knows we got fired off the movie shoot. Said she doesn't want somebody going through her house who'd gossip to the newspapers.
What's old Elsie Parker been up to?
This isn't funny, Ben. The reason people hire me instead of Shelley McDermott is if she finds a bit of spit while she's mopping up your floor, the whole county will get told you're dying of tuberculosis.
Yeah, the biggest mouth in number 2 county.
Second biggest, they'll say now.
Or maybe third.
That's it. I'm going back into town and find out who did collect that $1,000.
Okay. And I'll come with you.
No. Okay. But thanks for the offer.
I thought I warned you not to...
I've got no intention of harassing anybody. I just need a minute of your time. I know you don't believe it wasn't me or Ben that let the cat out of the bag. It's up to me to prove it. I just wondered if maybe you could think of anybody else who might have known that... Wait a minute. Isn't that Shelley McDermott doing the vacuuming?
I believe her name is Shelley.
Look, George, if you think you had trouble with me, they've gone and replaced me with the biggest mouth in Member 2 County. She'll be calling up the gossip columnist before you can...
Gossip would seem to be your area of expertise. Sounds like you're trying to spread more now. Good day.
Bonnie, haven't seen you in here for a while.
Oh, I'm not even supposed to be here. I got fired.
What? I didn't know. Well, I guess I don't know everything that goes on around here. What the hell happened?
You know the stuff that's all over the gossip columns about William Hughes and Meg Seymour?
Yeah.
That's why my husband and I got fired. Lack of discretion. You see, rumors about Hughes and Seymour got out somehow, and somehow reporters got our number and were after us for inside scoops. We didn't tell them a damn thing. But someone did, and somebody figures it was us.
I'm sorry, Bonnie, but I know it's not a joke, but let me try and explain. I didn't know till you said, but yeah, it sounds to me like you got fired because of a lack in the discretion department. Wait till you get the lay of the land. The last 3 or 4 movies starring William Hughes have sunk like stone dogs. No audience, no press, no nothing. Ditto Meg Seymour. Both of them got big releases coming out in the next few weeks. And if they don't do decent business, their agents are going to be sucking around for guest villain on TV cop shows. So, hey, how's about Seymour and Hughes getting their names splattered across every tabloid in the country just before showtime?
You mean they wanted us to?
I told you it was a failure in the discretion department. Too much discretion. Mr. Hughes' people and Miss Seymour's people must have been very disappointed in the local yokel's failure to goose up the "We're just good friends" headlines.
That's friggin' insane.
You bet it is. Welcome to Hollywood, Toto. But it sounds like you and your husband did help him out. Gives the story a better spin if Hughes' people can say we fired the servants that leaked it.
Servants?
Hey, we all are, Bonnie, to somebody or other.
Well, at least now I've got some kind of an explanation. Not that anybody will believe it when I try and tell them Ben and I can still be trusted.
Look, it's too late to try and get you and your husband hired back on this shoot. A few more days and the circus packs up and moves on. But let me try and get the word around that you got screwed over. Talk to some people. Maybe something can get worked out.
Thanks, Bert, for offering to try, but I doubt anyone would listen to you. Not after William Hughes and Meg Seymour and their people have put their spin on it.
I can try.
Ben!
Yeah? I'm still sitting here eating lunch like I was 5 minutes ago, and yours is getting cold. I thought you were stepping out to check the mail. Did you get lost?
No, I stopped to read something.
We got a letter.
More than a letter. From the movie people. Look.
A check?
For all the days we would have put in if we hadn't been fired, plus an end-to-shoot bonus.
What?
And a formal letter of apology from the location manager stating that our dismissal was due to an unfortunate misunderstanding. And a groveling letter of apology from William Hughes' personal assistant.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, maybe Bill Hughes had an attack of the guilt.
I don't think so.
Well, then how do you explain
I don't know.
Bonnie, the company name on this check, and what was the company name on the top of all the schedules and stuff, and that they're going to show on the screen at the start of the movie?
A Burton Schlemsky production.
And what was the name of that old production guy you used to listen to his stories?
I don't know, just old Bert. Oh, my God. Isn't some producer named Burton and his partner named Schlemsky?
Old Bert Schlemsky.
All the time I thought he was Mr. Oddjob, and he was really Mr. Goldfinger.
You've been listening to the latest installment of Clean Sweep by Elf Silver, who is this year's winner of the Thomas H. Riddell Award for Fiction. In this episode, which was called Loose Lips, you heard Deborah Allen as Bonnie, Richard Donat as Ben, David Christoffel as William Hughes, Richard Hadley as George, Martha Irving as Meg Seymour, George Jordan as the radio announcer, and Tom Gallant as Bert. The original music was composed by Scott McMillan and David McIsaac, and was performed by Gordon Stovey, Jamie Gatty, and Andre Lacroix, together with the two composers. The recording engineer was Pat Martin, with sound effects by Dermot Kenny. The associate producer was Peggy Hemsworth, casting by John Dunsworth and Alex Duncan. Clean Sweep is produced and directed in CBC Radio's Halifax Production Center by Bill Howell, the executive producer of The Mystery Project. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments.
Well, just when it looked like they were going to lose out financially, the Marsdens got a big surprise in the mail. Wasn't that good? And neither one of them were in the movie, but hey, chauffeuring and cleaning, you know, they were involved with the movie. Okay, next we're going to go to our hotel detective. And that's Mr. Becker, of course. This is called White Lightning. And although there is drinking in the program, that's not why it's called White Lightning. In fact, I don't think White Lightning was any bit of the drink that was had. But anyway, let's go and find out what kind of a case Mr. Becker has tonight. Let's go up to the Queen of the Rockies.
Becker, Episode 10, White Lightning.
Becker! Becker! I found her! What? Over here! I found her!
Coming! Good work, Neil. Is she... Oh, God. Oh, good God.
She must have fallen from the roof.
No. No, that's impossible. She couldn't have gotten up there.
Maybe not, but she did.
Accidental death?
The sergeant said she didn't suffer.
Oh, I'm sure she was grateful. This woman had severe arthritis, Mr. Hickey. She couldn't walk more than 6 feet. How on earth did she climb up to the roof in the middle of a thunderstorm? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter if it makes sense, Becker. The important thing is that it wasn't foul play.
That's it?
Well, not quite. Miss Painter was very well connected. I'm afraid it's going to be necessary to establish that the hotel bears no responsibility in all this.
You want me to look into it?
I'm afraid I do. But discreetly, Becker. Quickly and discreetly.
Kid gloves, Mr. Hickey.
Exactly. I'll expect a report tomorrow.
Miss Davies?
Mr. Becker, I didn't expect to see you again.
May I come in?
Please. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to thank you for everything you did.
You've had enough on your mind.
You're very kind. What can I do for you?
I'm just trying to clear up the loose ends.
More questions? You won't mind if I go on packing. It keeps me occupied.
No, go ahead.
It's amazing, isn't it? Someone as crippled as Miss Painter with so many clothes. She loved them, you know. I should have seen it coming, Mr. Becker.
Why do you say that?
It's what I was paid to do.
Miss Painter employed you.
I was her companion.
Which means...
A nurse, a secretary, a friend, whatever was called for.
Are there many positions like that?
Quite a few. Although I doubt I'll be seeing one for some time to come.
Oh, why is that?
Having your employer fall off a roof isn't exactly a wonderful testimony to your services.
Oh, I'm sure it's no reflection.
No, you shouldn't encourage me. I'm already feeling sorry for myself. When you consider what Miss Painter had to endure, it's just a bit pathetic to be worried about your next job, isn't it?
Could you give me an idea of how she spent her time lately?
Yes. I knocked her up about 7 o'clock. We got her dressed and we went to breakfast in the dining room at 8. There was a post at 9. Then I took her to the hot springs from 10 to 12. Lunch from 12:30 to 1:30. We kept up with her correspondence in the early afternoon and returned to the springs at around 3:30. Dinner at 7, then we played cards till she retired at 10.
So you were with her most of the time?
All the time, except when she slept.
Was she depressed?
Not that I noticed.
Well, maybe her condition
She'd
would leave her...
accepted that long ago.
But she did come to the hot springs.
More as a holiday than a treatment.
Did she have a doctor?
Miss Painter probably knew more about arthritis than most doctors, Mr. Becker. She'd spent many years and a lot of money researching it.
So she wasn't seeing a doctor?
Miss Painter took responsibility for herself. If she was seeing one, she didn't tell me.
In order for Miss Painter to get to the roof, she had to climb a 12-foot ladder from the 14th floor, push open the hatch, and pull herself out. Could someone in her condition have done that?
Probably not, but Jane might. She had a very strong will.
And she might have had help.
Don't know who.
Forget your wheelchair, Mr. Becker?
Ma'am?
Welcome to the hot springs.
I'm afraid... Have we been introduced?
We all know you. You're something to talk about. There's not a lot we want to talk about around here.
What about Jane Painter?
Oh, we're talking about her.
Did you know her?
No, I wouldn't say I knew her. But she always had a cheery good morning, Mrs. Meek.
When was the last time you saw her?
Oh, let me see, not for a couple of weeks now. Just after my birthday.
I was told she came down every morning.
Not for the last 2 weeks.
Do you know why she stopped coming?
Most people stop coming when they give up. They can't stand the company anymore.
Did she appear depressed?
No, not like some of these old crows. Actually, she appeared slow, a bit dreamy, as if she wasn't quite here.
Dreamy? As if she were drugged?
It's possible.
Did you ever see Jane Painter with anyone else?
Just her companion, Miss Davies.
You know Miss Davies?
Quite well. I was hoping that she would work for me once. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford her, and she went to Jane Painter. I went to my son, poor man.
And you never saw Miss Painter with anyone else?
No.
Did she have a doctor?
Oh, I'm sure she had one at home. But here, doctors don't give much credit to the Springs. There aren't a lot of them around, and I'm not sure that I'd trust the ones who are.
But you trust the Springs?
My daughter-in-law wheels me down here every day while my son's off playing golf. This way they can have their vacation without feeling guilty at leaving me behind.
I've been told that Jane Painter thought of it more as a vacation than a treatment.
Vacation? Look around you. Is this your idea of a vacation? It's like sitting vigil at an endless funeral.
Miss Painter. Miss Painter, let me see.
Suite 416.
I know that. Excuse me, Becker. Hotel switchboard. I'm afraid that line is busy, ma'am. She hung up. I'm telling you, Becker.
Miss Painter?
416, right? Well, now, we don't keep records, but sometimes if I pull out the plug like this, I can get a feeling for where it wants to.
You're pulling my leg.
Laugh if you like, but 512. She called 512 quite a few times lately, mostly at night. Late at night.
You sure of this?
My mother predicted the Great War, Becker.
I wish you'd warned me. Now, the big question, who's in 512?
You'll have to look at the register for that. They're all numbers to me.
Dr. Hartman? Room 512?
Yes. And you are?
Becker, sir. Hotel detective.
Really? What can I do for you, Mr. Becker?
I'd like to ask you about Jane Painter.
The poor girl on the roof. I hardly know anything about her.
Please?
Well, if you like. Sit down. Can I offer you something? A cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
You don't mind talking here, I hope?
Oh, not at all. I don't get out enough.
Magnificent, aren't they? The mountains. They put things back in perspective.
Jane Painter?
Jane Painter. She consulted me 2 or 3 times about a month ago. I think she had difficulty sleeping.
And you haven't had contact with her since then?
No, not really.
You're certain?
She did phone me a couple of times recently. She wanted me to accept a directorship on the board of a research foundation.
And did you?
I was considering it. Miss Painter had a remarkably open mind to new healing techniques.
Her companion thinks she knew more than many doctors.
Quite possible. The medical profession is remarkably hidebound.
But not you.
I'm hardly a quack, Mr. Becker, if that's what you're suggesting. But I do have a higher opinion of the healing powers of nature. And I don't turn my back on despair.
Do you think Miss Painter was in despair?
I wasn't referring to her.
Well, wouldn't she have had to be somewhat desperate to climb up to the roof?
Perhaps, but anything is possible if you've got the will for it. I'll tell you, if she managed it herself, it was a magnificent effort.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
But you should. We're taught to think of these people as victims, but for Jane Painter, climbing that roof was every bit the achievement that one of these mountains would be for you or me. In a word, magnificent. I mean, imagine the scene. The thunder, the lightning. She was climbing to meet her God.
Sounds like a bad day all around.
Don't laugh, Fiona. I'm not getting anywhere. And everybody's lying to me.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Miss Davies, she's the companion, told me Jane Painter spent her days at the hot springs. The first thing I find out is that she didn't. In fact, she hasn't been there for at least 2 weeks.
So, where was she?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
What about this Dr. Hartman?
He's a little more careful than Miss Davies, but he suspected that I knew Jane had been phoning him.
Are you sure about that?
He made up a story about her calling to offer him a directorship.
Could be true.
She called him at night, late at night. I don't think they were discussing research.
Maybe he took her up to the roof.
Oh, you're getting me even more depressed.
Was there anything I can do?
I don't know. Oh, maybe you can find out about Dr. Hartman. He could have given her something.
Did you have anything specific in mind?
Morphine, perhaps? Mrs. Meek told me that the last time she saw Miss Painter, she seemed dreamy.
Dreamy?
As if she wasn't quite here.
Morphine would hardly give her the strength to climb up to the roof.
Well, there was something wrong, that's for sure. She was a lot more unhappy than she's portrayed.
And why do you say that?
Well, something Mrs. Meek said. No one goes to the hot springs for a vacation. At least no one in Jane Painter's condition. Oh, God, it's so sad.
This is really affecting you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask Sam for the bill?
You have to go home?
No. I want to go home. And I want you to come with me.
I don't know. I'm not going to be much company.
So, tell me.
What?
Why are you so unhappy?
Oh, I don't know. Too many things come together.
What do you mean?
Well, Hickey always says, you're here to protect, Becker, not detect.
He's such an annoying little toad.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you. But he is right. I am there to protect. And I take it very badly when I fail.
Fail? Oh, how could you have possibly predicted that someone crippled with arthritis could climb to the roof?
Yeah, I suppose. A few years ago, a woman fell from a ledge on the north face of Mount Hawkins. I should have caught her, but I didn't. Truth is, I wasn't even there to try. And she died. I think of her every time I see that parade of wheelchairs at the hot springs. And I'm almost glad she did.
Her name was Madeline Parker, and you were in love with her.
You've done your research.
Are you warning me off, Becker?
I don't... I was just feeling sorry for myself. You know, sometimes I'm just desperate for a drink.
Yes?
Sometimes.
I've got a bottle of sherry, if that would help.
What?
Well, I thought you wanted... I just said I've got a bottle of... Oh, forget it.
Don't ever do that.
What?
I guess your research wasn't as complete as you thought, Fiona. You're talking to a drunk.
But you haven't had a drink for years.
And I'm going to keep it that way.
Becker, I wasn't trying to...
I've got to go.
I'll come to the hotel if I find him.
Good night, Fiona.
Good night, Becker. Damn.
I tried to calm down as I trudged up the trail to the Queen, but I wasn't too successful. What did Fiona think she was doing? What did I think I was doing? Sometimes I'm just desperate for a drink. I said that. I set her up. Why was I letting it all get to me? Why couldn't I get the whiskey out of my head? An hour after leaving her, I found myself knocking on Jimmy's door. The little bellboy could get anything, any time. He wasn't exactly generous, but you knew he'd keep quiet about it.
Come on in. I was asleep.
Sorry, I thought you might have that book.
Book?
The Sun Also Rises? Ernest Hemingway?
Oh, try the bookshelf. Anything you want.
Are you all right, Jimmy?
Just tired.
You're sure?
Yeah, just tired. Very tired. Dreaming. I was dancing. Do you think it's important to accept things, Becker?
I guess it depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's down one, Becker.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, it's good. I imagine you've noticed I'm quite short, Becker.
Yeah?
Really short. Do you think I should accept that?
Well, I don't know what you're going to do about it.
You don't know everything, Becker. They're finding new things all the time.
Jimmy?
But if I accept, Becker, it'll never happen. Faith can move mountains, Becker.
I don't think so, Jimmy.
Ha! I'm going to have another drink.
You've been drinking, Jimmy?
Yeah, you better go, Becker. Take the book. I'm going to drink a lot. You don't want to be here.
Jimmy?
Go on, Becker. I can't pour this in front of you. Most times a good book is better than a good drink anyway.
He was right, I suppose. But I have to admit, I didn't fall on The Sun Also Rises with anything like the kind of enthusiasm I'd have fallen on a fifth of scotch. Truth is, I couldn't ask for it. I'm too ashamed. particularly when Jimmy was trying to spare me the temptation. I had never really thought about what the little man had to live with. He never let you. I'd never even seen him drunk before. If I hadn't been so caught up with myself, that would have rung a bell. As it was, it passed me by, and I fell exhausted onto my bed. The next morning... Miss Davies, you're still here.
Yes. My plans have changed.
Oh, yes?
I have a new position.
As a companion?
I was fortunate. I'm going to work for someone who previously asked for me.
Oh. That would be Mrs. Meek.
How did you know?
Well, she mentioned she had wanted you, but she couldn't afford it.
Her circumstances have changed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, it was Mrs. Meek who told me Jane Painter hadn't been near the hot springs in over 2 weeks.
Oh? Yes, I didn't quite tell you the truth, but I only did it to protect her reputation. You see, she had become quite despondent lately.
Do you know Dr. Hartman, Miss Davies?
Dr. Hartman? Dr. Hartman? No, not very well. Jane saw him a couple of times when we first got here. She was having trouble sleeping.
Yes, Dr. Hartman told me that. Would it surprise you to learn that Miss Painter was making nightly calls to Dr. Hartman?
Yes, it would surprise me, but she had her own room. Becker, she could have, but...
Excuse me. Oh, good morning, miss. You'll have to excuse me, Becca. I'm afraid we've had an accident.
What?
Now, this is most distressing, but Jimmy Wright, the bellboy, something's happened.
The thick smell of burning flesh hit me as I pushed open Jimmy's door. The little man's body lay on the floor against his bed, his legs akimbo. His hands were crossed in front of his chest and appeared to be tied together, his fingers twisted into claws. The wires, which had been twisted at one end around his wrists, were burned into his flesh. I guessed the other end had been plugged into the wall. Luckily, the shock must have thrown him backwards and pulled the electrical plug from the socket. Jimmy groaned as I picked him up. What the hell were you doing, Jimmy?
Moving mountains, Becker. I decided I'd move mountains.
I carried Jimmy to the infirmary. An hour later, I returned to his room for a look around. I righted the chair and sat down in front of the child's desk that he'd placed between his bed and the wall. On the bottom shelf, I found an account book dating back for years. Jimmy was nothing if not frugal. Putting aside pennies a day, he'd managed to save a larger sum than I'd ever seen at one time. But he paid it all out in 2 months. Last week, his balance had dropped to 0. He'd spent his entire savings.
Do you think Jimmy was being blackmailed?
I don't know. All I do know is that Jane Painter falls off a roof in an electrical storm, and Jimmy attempts to electrocute himself. Oh, it's not a coincidence. Did you get anything on Dr. Hartman?
Nothing incriminating. He is a legitimate physician. McGill, 1908. He's written a couple of articles on natural therapy.
Drugs?
Anything that involves a natural process. Water, magnetic force, heat, electricity.
Electricity?
Electrotherapy. Low voltage currents are used to stimulate the affected area. You know, maybe it wasn't drugs. Maybe he was treating Jane Painter with electricity. Would that account for her dreaminess?
Dreaminess? Exactly. Exactly how I would have described Jimmy last night. I thought it was drink. I had drink on my mind.
Let's not talk about that.
But it wasn't drink or drugs. It was electricity. He must have been treating Jimmy as well.
For what?
For being short.
What? No.
Well, that's where his money went.
He was paying Dr. Hartman?
And when the money ran out, he tried to continue it himself.
Don't you think you better check this with Jimmy?
Oh, he's unconscious. And it doesn't explain Jane Painter. She could certainly afford the treatment.
Maybe she wasn't getting any better. Maybe she threatened to expose him. Maybe he threw her off the roof.
Fool it, Fiona. At the moment, we can't even establish a relationship between them.
Does he have a nurse?
No, but Miss Painter did. Or she had a companion, Miss Davies.
Wouldn't she know?
If she does, she's not telling. She already lied to me once.
That makes her suspicious, doesn't it?
Well, people lie for all sorts of reasons. She says she was trying to protect Miss Painter's reputation.
Well, I suppose she could have been protecting Jane Painter. But she could just as easily be protecting Dr. Hartman.
Or maybe she's protecting herself.
You mean she was an accomplice?
Not exactly. Wait here, Fiona. Get something else to eat. I've got someone to see.
But I hate cream teas.
If I'm right, you're going to have a great story. I have to ask you, Mrs. Meek, how were you able to hire Miss Davies?
What do you mean?
You told me you couldn't afford her.
I was blessed with a benefactor, and that's all I'm going to say.
Then let me put it another way. Miss Painter fell off the hotel
I don't
roof.
see what that...
And it had to do with the treatment she was receiving.
She hadn't had any treatment for at least a week before the accident.
Who told you that?
Miss Davies, if you must know. I had to ask her. She's coming to work for me.
And before that?
I don't know.
Miss Davies does. That's why your benefactor is buying her silence.
I don't know what you mean.
Yesterday, Miss Davies was afraid she'd never get another position. Suddenly, today, she has one.
He wanted to do something for her.
You know what I think? Miss Davies went to him and offered to keep quiet about what she knew.
But she doesn't know anything.
She knows he was treating Miss Painter with electrotherapy, and she knows that 2 days ago, Miss Painter dragged herself up to the roof in the middle of an electrical storm. What do you think she was looking for?
Enough. Dr. Hartman gave me the money for her first year.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to give the money back now, aren't I?
What money? Come on, Dr. Hartman.
That's quite a climb.
Watch your step. It's still slippery. You see down there? That's where we found her.
I'm afraid I'm not very good with heights.
I thought you might like to see where she died.
Yes, thank you. Is that what you wanted me to see?
More or less. You were treating her with electricity, weren't you?
I beg your pardon?
I know that you were, Doctor.
Electrotherapy is hardly illegal.
But you stopped.
You have to understand. Electricity is very powerful. Patients tend to think of it as a type of magic. White magic, if you like. White lightning.
That's another word for whiskey, Doctor.
And the comparison is apt. The patient develops a need.
Are you suggesting Miss Painter was addicted to electricity?
No, she was addicted to the therapy. It was her only hope. But she'd had all she could take. I discontinued the treatment over a week ago. It was the only ethical choice.
You cut her off.
She'd had enough.
From a therapy you sold her on.
I'd hardly say sold.
Jane Painter knew a great deal about her condition, Doctor. She wouldn't have been very easily influenced. But you made her believe in electrotherapy.
That was absolutely necessary. Belief moves mountains, Mr. Becker.
And then you cut her off. Cold turkey. Do you have any idea what that's like?
I can empathize.
You make me sick. You left that woman so desperate for a charge that she dragged herself up here in the middle of an electrical storm.
I acted in a totally ethical manner. Now, if you'll step aside. Don't touch me.
What about Jimmy Wright?
Who?
You persuaded Jimmy Wright that he didn't have to be 4 feet tall. You held out the power of electricity.
Anything is possible, Becker, with therapy and faith.
Last night, Jimmy Wright wrapped the ends of an electrical cord around his wrists and plugged it into the wall.
Oh, my God.
I suppose you'd discontinued his treatment as well.
I have no interest in killing my patients, Becker.
You also have no interest in treating them as human beings.
Jimmy Wright was an entirely different case from Jane Painter. I made a difficult professional decision in her case.
While Jimmy just ran out of money.
You pay as you go, Becker. It's not always fair. Now, please, let me pass. We haven't got anything further to say to each other.
Oh, I'm afraid we do, Doctor. That is, if you don't want to read the rest of what I have to say in the Messenger.
The Messenger?
The Cascade Messenger. It's a small paper, but it's influential around here. The editor's waiting below. I promised her a story.
What do you want?
I want you out today.
I have patients here, Becker. I'd be leaving them in lurch.
I feel for them, Doctor. But mostly it grieves me that they won't know what they've been spared.
So, you gave away my story.
But we got rid of Dr. Hartman.
That's fine, Becker, but the messenger is not a tool for blackmail. I could have warned a lot of people.
Maybe, but... Well, if Hartman had stayed and one other person was hurt, I couldn't accept that.
There are more where Hartman came from.
We do what we can.
That's fine, as long as you don't ever give away my right to do what I can again.
Okay. I'm sorry. There's not much else to say.
I don't know. You could offer to walk me home. The other night, Becker, I didn't realize it was that serious.
It's not, usually.
But it doesn't go away, does it?
Not yet.
When I invited you over, I was thinking...
Yes?
I've thrown out my one bottle of sherry and the unopened bottle of scotch I bought for it. Don't make me say everything, Becker.
I don't know what to say.
Well, do what you can. Let's go would be appropriate.
Okay. Let's go.
You've just heard White Lightning, Episode 10 of Becker by Martin Kinch. Andy Mayton starred in the title role, with Daryl Shuttleworth as Sergeant Drake, Gordon Signer as Jimmy, Marie Barron as Miss Watts, and Stephen Hare as Mr. Hickey. Others in the cast were Heatherly McCallum as Miss Davies, Natasha Georges as Fiona, Kay Grieve as Mrs. Meek, and Grant Raddick as Dr. Hartman. Music for Becker is arranged and conducted by Miles Jackson. The recording engineer was Bob Doble. Sound effects were by Uta Shafland. The production assistant was Christine Story. Becker is produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. Our executive producer in Toronto is Bill Howell. For the Mystery Project, I'm Bob Boving.
Wow, that sure was a wild one, huh? Gosh, I hope little Jimmy's gonna be all right. And cure yourself with electricity? I don't know. I'm not about to try it. You know what, my Canadian friends? I really enjoy bringing these two shows from the Mystery Project to you. I've enjoyed them immensely, and I hope you're enjoying them as well. But, as seems to happen every time we try to do this, the old clock on the wall says it's time to go. But, you know, we will be back again. You can be sure of that. So until the next time when we do meet again, this is your old pal John Beaulieu saying, thanks for listening. Good night. Thank you for listening, and I sure hope you'll come back again real soon for another Canadian Old-Time Radio Association broadcast. I'm John Beaulieu. This is the Canadian Old-Time Radio Alliance. Hello and welcome into another Canadian Old-Time Radio Association broadcast. I am John Beaulieu, inviting you to join me by sitting back and relaxing as we look into the archives of Radio Past. Good evening once again, my Canadian friends. This is John Beaulieu. Well, as we have been doing, and we have two more shows to play for you in the series. Tonight, of course, we will be featuring Nazi Eyes on Canada, and you've heard the story as to where it was based from and so on and so forth. So I will save you of that. I also have another great program for you, which we'll get into afterwards. But tonight, the fifth in the series of Nazi Eyes on Canada is called Holly Metcalf and Bob Maxwell's Story. So here we go with Nazi Eyes on Canada.
The National War Finance Committee in your community presents Judith Evelyn and Vincent Price, stars of the current New York stage success Angel Street, in Nazi Eyes on Canada. German spy, a servant of General Haushofer's notorious Geopolitico Institute, a man who called himself Colin Ross, spied out Canada, studied our strengths, surveyed our weaknesses, and then wrote a book for the German public, telling them of what he had learned about us and how easy we would be to divide and conquer. That book, not yet published in English, but translated by Duncan and Lyle Cameron as a basis for this program, gave us an understanding of how much the Axis powers want Canada for their own. It is significant that Colin Ross dismissed the land west of the Rocky Mountains as being in the Japanese sphere of influence. To his Japanese allies, the Nazi master tosses a part of our nation as a reward for cooperation. What would the Japanese do with British Columbia, its people, its wealth of resources, if they were ever to conquer Canada? Tonight, Miss Judith Evelyn and Mr. Vincent Price bring us the story of two typical young Canadians, the story of past and present times in their life together, and the story of what might happen to them if we were to lose this war. It is the story of very real people, Holly Metcalf and Bob Maxwell of Vancouver, British Columbia. It begins a few years ago.
There you are, 10 gallons. Oil okay?
Yeah, I had it changed yesterday.
310.
Yeah. 310 even.
Thanks. How about that windshield?
Let it go. I'm in a hurry.
All right. Well, I hope to see you again.
Could be. So long.
Business good, Bob? Oh, not bad. Can't complain. Well, hey, if it isn't Joe Simpson. Where'd you drop from, Joe?
I went up the coast.
Good enough. Say, I own this place now, you know?
Yeah, I figured that when I saw that Robert Q. Maxwell on the sign.
Yeah.
You like being a service station owner?
Oh, it's better than working for somebody else. Not enough repair work, though. Sell plenty of gas and oil, but me, I like the engine job.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Something on your mind, Joe?
Oh, nothing special. Only, up the coast, I've been in touch with the lumbering boys and mining and, fishermen.
Yeah?
Look, Bob, you know gas engines pretty well. How about diesel and marine engines?
Well, I guess there's nothing about machinery that stumped me for very long.
Confident, eh?
When you've been chucked around the way I've been, you just naturally figure if you don't want a proposition to lick you, you've got to lick it.
Well, look, I've got a little proposition that might interest you.
Oh?
How would you like to see painted on a signboard, Simpson Maxwell Limited, machinery?
What?
British Columbia's growing fast, Bob, especially upcountry. And it's powered by gasoline and diesel engines. So I thought that you and I...
Come on, Joe. Let's you and me go have a cup of coffee and talk this over.
Wherever I went, I heard it, Bob. Not only in Prince Rupert, but at Britannia Mines and along... Say, what are you looking at?
Oh, go ahead, Joe. I'm listening.
Like fun you're listening. What is it, a girl?
A girl with a black hat over there, see her?
Since when are you rubbernecking?
Who's rubbernecking?
You're supposed to be the hard-boiled, impervious bachelor.
Yeah, but this girl's different.
From what?
You want a punch in the nose, Joe?
You're the handsome He-Man type. Why don't you go over and talk to her? Sweep her off her feet.
And that's just what I'm going to do. See you Sunday, Joe.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, I'll be a... Wow.
Do you mind if I talk to you?
I beg your pardon?
I said, do you... my name is Bob Maxwell. Robert Q. Maxwell. I hope you won't misunderstand, but I couldn't help.
I think your friend is making signs to you.
Yeah, he's got St. Vitus dance. Can I take you home?
Now, wait a minute.
I mean, may I see you home to your place?
No, thank you. There are lots of streetcars.
No, but I mean...
Now, don't explain. And don't follow me. I might have to call a police.
Well, what do you know about that? What a dame!
The fact of the matter is, Bob, Bob, that what those guys up on the coast need as much as machinery is service. I don't just mean service for the machines. I mean supplies generally. You know, food, certain kinds of clothing, and... You're not paying the slightest bit of attention to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. Something's wrong with me. I guess I'm sick.
Sick? You're as strong as an ox.
Well, an ox can be sick.
It's that girl,
Don't be silly. What girl? Never heard of anything so ridiculous in my life. Why, I never
Her
even...
name is Holly Metcalf.
What?
I said her name is Holly Metcalf.
Huh?
She works in a credit office.
Hey, how did you find out?
I'd have told you last night if you hadn't rushed off like that.
Hey, Joe, you mean you know her?
No. But she's a friend of Jack and Jean Dalton.
Holy bald-headed. Joe, what are you doing tonight?
Oh, nothing special.
Oh, yes, you are. You and I are going to play cards with Jack and Jean Dalton. Good old Jack and Jean Dalton. Salt of the earth.
Was he good-looking, Holly? Tall, dark?
Mm-hmm.
The He-Man type? Oh, I love the He-Man type.
He was the headstrong type anyway.
Oh, gee, I love to be swept off my feet. Why didn't you let him sweep you off your feet?
Well, it didn't seem quite the thing to do at the time.
I bet you wish you had, huh?
Well, don't jump to conclusions, Pat.
Oh, gee, Holly, you're so beautiful. It's no wonder things happen to you. Nothing ever happens to me. What did you say his name was?
He said it was Bob Maxwell.
Well, look, why don't you look up his rating? What's the use of working in the credit office if you can't check a boy's credit rating?
Oh, I don't like to.
Oh, come on. We all do it. You've done it yourself. What's the matter, Holly? You scared?
Of course I'm not scared. What's there to be scared about? It's only that, well...
Yeah, I know. When you really fall for a guy, it doesn't matter if he's the worst credit risk in Vancouver.
Well, who said I was falling for anyone? I'll look him up right now.
Maxwell. M. Gee, I'm as excited as you are, Holly. I hope he's okay. I'd just die if he wasn't. Oh, I mean, of course not as if it made any difference to me,
Maxwell Robert Q.
Robert Q, you got it. What's it say?
I wonder what the Q stands for.
What's it say, Holly?
He's all right, Pat. He's all right. A solid citizen.
Gee.
Gee, I don't deserve it, Holly. That's all there is to it. I just don't deserve it.
What, darling?
My luck.
Meaning me?
Yes.
I couldn't go on forever saying no.
You
could
never
I?
did say no.
Not to you, darling. But to myself, I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh, a girl always does.
You mean you didn't like me at first?
I liked you too much. But you were so, overpowering. You mowed me down.
Picture anyone mowing you down.
Anyway, it's next week now. I don't suppose I could get out of it if I wanted to. Or could I?
Well, you could desert me at the altar.
Oh, but it's the groom who does that.
Oh, Butch. Gee, we're going to be so happy. Now, at last, I'm going to have something to work for.
Now, you've always had something to work for, Bob, and you know it. You're one of those bachelors that make women frantic. The self-sufficient kind.
Well, you know me. I've had to work for everything. I've been everything from office boy to ditch digger, salesman to racetrack driver. But machines are my thing. Machines and people and the development of this country. I don't want to be just the ordinary self-made man, Butch. I believe in Canada and its future. I want to grow with it. But I know there are things, bigger things than just making money. I didn't lick my background just to stack up a pile of chips. I want to be able to look back someday and see business booming and people happy all over British Columbia, all over Canada. And be able to feel that, well, that I had a hand in it. That if it hadn't been for me, a lot of that prosperity and security wouldn't exist. I want to share it. Sure. I want to share it. I want to share it for you. For the kids. And for myself, too. Because I know what it's like to be hungry. I don't ever want to feel that I got up there on the backs of others and left a lot of unhappiness and bad will behind. That's not the Canadian way, as I see it anyway. And it's not the way of the future. We're going to have a country here, Butch. As clean and gleaming and glorious as the best machine a man ever built. But with the human stuff in it and the opportunity for a guy to get out and do things on his own that makes a man bigger than any machine, that's the kind of idea I used to have buzzing in my head in the days when I sweated for $8 a week. That's the kind of idea that Joe and I are basing our company on. Maybe it sounds kind of preachy.
No. No, it doesn't sound preachy. Sounds like the man I'm going to marry. It sounds like the man every girl in this country would marry if she could.
Say, you getting a cold, Butch?
No, you silly goof. I'm crying.
Crying? Hey, wait a minute. What have I done?
Robert Q. Maxwell. Darling, sometimes I think you're the biggest goof a lady ever gave her heart to.
Joe, I figured I'd be in uniform today. Ought to be out in the middle of the Atlantic with the Navy. All those years in Naval Reserve, and then they turned me down for active service.
I know, Bob. I know just how you feel. But, gee, kid, don't you realize how important our own job is? Why, look, the fishing fleet is doing a lot to feed Britain, and we're helping keep that fleet going.
Yeah, I know, and the lumber business and the mines. I know we're essential and all that, but, oh, gee, Joe, I sure wish I could get a crack at that, hon.
You better take a crack at that big lumbering job on the island. Those boys need service and need it fast.
And I ought to be up there today. See, you know, Joe, those diesel-powered cats are the sweetest piece of machinery that ever...
Gentlemen.
The Reverend.
Which of you is the groom?
Me. I was in to see you yesterday, remember?
Oh, yes.
I was just telling my partner here about the new diesel cats that the lumbering men are using over on the island. Hey, I wish you could see them. Boy, they're...
Pardon me, gentlemen. I would be glad to let you have my vestry for a business discussion, but your bride is waiting at the door. And besides, I have a funeral in half an hour.
You don't have to say another word, Mr. Frazier. My partner and I know your record in the lumber business.
Well, fine, Mr. Maxwell. And I might as well say, while we're handing out the orchids, that you and Joe Simpson have cooked up a mighty fine reputation for yourself.
Gee, thanks.
You boys get out among us, understand our problems, you give us service when service means everything. And I hear from the fishing fleet and the mining camps that they're beginning to talk about you fellas when they need help.
Oh, thanks. That's just what we want.
Now, about the contract. You got it ready to sign?
Oh, not necessary, Mr. Frazier. We know you. You know us. Isn't that enough?
Shake. That's a white man's way of doing business.
Sure. Say, Joe.
Yeah?
What about this Japanese fisherman's order, that cooperative outfit of theirs?
Oh, I don't know. We've had more trouble with that outfit than enough.
Hadaka, you mean, huh?
Yeah, Hadaka. You know him?
Oh, I've met him. Typical. Born in Japan. Only been here a few years and thinks he owns British Columbia.
Yeah. Well, remember the rule.
Yeah. Make them sign for everything. I know. Hey, Joe, you know, I wonder what would happen if they got into this war. It'd be tough on the ones that were born here.
Time enough to think about that when it happens.
Time enough? You think so?
Mr. Maxwell.
Mr. Hadaka. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So sorry to trouble you, but there has been a slight mistake in my order.
Your order hasn't been delivered yet, Mr. Hadaka.
That is slight mistake. Engine to be delivered by yesterday morning was not delivered.
We didn't promise it by yesterday morning, Mr. Hadaka.
Oh, so sorry. You did, please.
We said we'd try, Mr. Hadaka, but the requirements of the armed services must come first, you know.
Maintain. Since you have made breach of contract, it is not necessary I complete payment on the last order.
Oh, now wait a minute.
Just a second. Look, Mr. Hadaka, we have both your contracts here in our files. There's a clause in both of them that failure to deliver on a specified date does not constitute a breach on our part.
Oh, so sorry. do not understand.
You don't understand, eh? You understand well enough. Bob. You'll pay every last cent you owe us. Because if you don't, I'll take it out on your hide. Why is it you're the only people we have trouble with in this business? The only ones we have to make sign on the dotted line. God knows why we sell to you in the first place. There you stand, taking advantage of the democratic way of doing business and trying everything you can to twist it to your own ends. How do we know it's the fishing business you're in anyway? From what I hear, it's a damn sight more sinister business than that. And someday we may find it out to our cost.
Oh, very interesting speech, Mr. Maxwell. Oh, so sorry. Cannot pay.
You'll pay, and you know it. Because you know we have you over a barrel.
Oh, so you have me over a barrel now. Perhaps someday I have you over a barrel. Eh?
That was 3 weeks before Japan came into the war. That day, we never guessed what horrors the years had in store for us. That day, we'd been at war for more than 2 years. But we didn't even begin to dream what war meant. Even in 1942, when things were touch and go, we carried on our even way, grumbling about priorities and rationing and taxes and the number of demands that were made on our pocketbooks. We'd had blackouts on the Pacific coast, and we had it dim out every night. We thought the war had come to our doorstep. But we were only kidding ourselves. In 1943, things began to get really grim. Then in 1944, but that's history now. History written by Nazi historians and taught by Nazi teachers. History forced down the throats of Canadian slaves by the German master race. That's the history that proves you and I never knew for 1 second what Hitler meant by total war. We were too busy looking after our own comforts and making excuses to one another. Well, we know where we stand now. Canada is under the Nazi jackboot, and the province west of the Rockies, the province we once so proudly called British Columbia, is the part of Canada Hitler gave to his yellow-skinned allies of Japan. We know what humiliation means now in British Columbia. There's no kind of obscenity we haven't suffered, and there's nothing on earth we can do about it. There are things we could have done about it in 1942, plenty of things, but that chance is gone, and gone forever.
It is so interesting, is it not, Mr. Maxwell, that we should meet again, and this time you should be working for me.
It's more interesting to you than it is to me, Colonel Hadaka.
You are still proud. We have cure for that. I have new orders.
Orders?
Orders from Tokyo.
Orders from Tokyo.
From now on, you will have the honor of delivering machinery for the Empire of Japan. You will be required to install each day of the year 1 Buddha Marine engine for Japanese Navy.
1 a day, but that's impossible.
Impossible?
I can't get the skilled labor.
There will be no scarcity of labor. Our German allies and the prairie countries are sending us a shipment of labor.
Yeah, but are they skilled? Do they know anything about marine engines?
It will be your problem to make them skilled.
Oh, who's going to pay them?
They will not be paid. They are difficult prisoners from concentration camps. They are slaves.
All right, then where are we going to get the equipment?
It will be provided. You see, Mr. Maxwell, there is no question of priorities now. Under our system, only the government has rights or privileges.
Bob. Oh, Bob.
Holly.
Oh, it's so lovely, Mrs. Maxwell.
Bob, I simply have to see you.
Shouldn't have come here, Holly.
Bob, I've just had a visit from the Civil Guard.
What?
Ah, Civil Guard.
I'm to be taken away tomorrow.
Taken away where?
They wouldn't say. Just that I'm to be ready to leave.
Do you know anything about this, Hadaka?
Colonel Hadaka.
Do you know anything about it?
Yes.
Oh, Colonel Hadaka, surely they wouldn't separate Bob and me.
Fear that will be necessary, yes. so sorry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what are they going to do with me?
Do not worry. I, Colonel Hadaka, will personally look after you, Mrs. Maxwell.
Hadaka, if you have any idea, you're going to...
So sorry, Mr. Maxwell. There is nothing you can do about it.
Bob!
If you are obedient, Mrs. Maxwell, you will be well looked after.
Obedient?
If you are not, so sorry.
Oh, Bob.
Colonel Hadaka, if I'm to be separated from my wife, surely if you will give us just a moment to say goodbye.
Highly unusual. But for so lovely Mrs. Maxwell, yes. We'll step aside to door. But only a moment, please.
Bob. Darling, what shall I do?
Butch, this is it. I want you to go home. Straight home, you understand?
Yes, darling?
I have something to attend to here, so I may be delayed. If I can, I'll get back. If not, if I'm not home by the time the civil guard arrives for you in the morning, you know what to do.
Oh, Bob.
I want you to promise me, Holly. Promise me you won't let them get you alive.
But if you're not home, where will you be?
Don't worry, darling. I won't be alive. I'll be waiting for you. Out there. Wherever it is. I'll be waiting for you.
Yes.
He's coming back. Goodbye, Butch.
Kiss me, Bob. Goodbye, my darling.
So sorry. Cannot delay longer. Must insist.
I'm going. I'll see you out there, Bob.
Goodbye, Butch.
You have been very fortunate to have such a lovely wife, Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah, very fortunate.
Now, Mr. Maxwell, it is necessary for me to inspect the new diesel engine installations on the military highway equipment.
The rock crusher?
Yes. In the morning, you are to have a visit from the honorable delegation from Supreme Command. General Ishikawa, Admiral Guji, and party. This is great honor for you. But first, I must make sure all is ready for them to see.
A delegation in the morning, eh? They'll want to see the rock crusher, too, will they?
They will inspect everything.
Yeah, naturally. Well, we'll go outside then, and you can see the machine from the catwalk. I'll throw the switch if you'll follow me this way.
For your sake, I hope everything is in order, Mr. Maxwell.
This way, please, Colonel Hadaka. Be careful. The catwalk is very greasy. It's easy to slip.
We'll be careful, Mr. Maxwell. I am too important man to lose.
See down there? That's the first finished rock crusher below there. Each of those plungers is capable of pulverizing 100 tons of rock per hour.
Highly efficient, honorable machine can crush rocks as Japanese Empire crushed Canada, Mr. Maxwell. So sorry for unhappy Simmery.
Now, don't apologize, Colonel Hadaka. You might as well go out with a wisecrack. Oh, no use, my little friend. Over you go.
Bob, darling, where are you? You haven't come for me. You must be waiting for me out there. The civil guard will be here any minute. Dear God, help me to be strong. Help me to be grateful for the happiness I've had, and not to be afraid to die, now that I must die. Dear God, please, somehow, make all this suffering not be in vain. We failed because we lacked the vision and the faith. Because we thought we could win with anything less than our all. Give the children of the future a chance to redeem what we lost. Let Bob's dream come true. Let there be a day of happy people. People who are not denied the right to work when they're willing and able to work. People who earn the right to security. That is the right of every man and woman who's willing to sacrifice to gain it. As Bob said, let the world of tomorrow be a world as clean and gleaming and glorious as the best machine man ever built, but with the human stuff in it, and the opportunity to do things that makes a man bigger than any machine. Let the people of tomorrow know that there is no birth without travail, no victory without self-denial, no happiness for the individual until he sinks himself in the good of all.
What about it, Canada? Will we make sure that Nazi eyes on Canada will never become Nazi feet on Canada? Tomorrow is the day when our victory alone begins to roll up the overwhelming proof that to us in Canada, nothing matters now but victory. I have been asked by the Honorable J.L. Ilsley, Minister of Finance, to thank you, Miss Judith Evelyn, and Mr. Vincent Price for your splendid performances tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
And we'd like to send our thanks in return to Mr. Ilsley and all his co-workers for giving Miss Evelyn and myself the opportunity to tell Canada Bob and Holly Maxwell's story.
It was especially exciting for me to be here tonight because I was brought up in Canada. And I lived for quite some time in Vancouver. And to think that Vancouver and the other cities and towns of British Columbia could someday be under the flag of Imperial Japan has made me realize, indeed, that nothing matters now but victory.
Miss Evelyn and I talked to Bob and Holly Maxwell in Vancouver by telephone this morning, and what they said to us at the end of our conversation, we'd like to have them repeat to you now.
Come in, Vancouver.
Well, what we said this morning, Mr. Price, I'm sure everybody has said in their hearts. Now, right now, is the time for us to put every nickel, dime, and dollar we own into the bonds that pay off and the dividends of victory.
Bob's right. As Miss Evelyn said, nothing matters now but victory. When you think of what might happen if our money goes anywhere else, it's easy to see that today's money in victory bonds for war is tomorrow's money in safekeeping for peace.
Next week, at this same hour, the final chapter in the story of Nazi Eyes on Canada. A story of a town on the western prairies, told by Orson Welles. This program was produced by J. Frank Willis. This is the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
Boy, I'm sure happy that the Germans and Japanese didn't get Canada. Who knows what could have happened? Well, we all know what could have happened because we've been listening to Nazi Eyes on Canada. And my goodness gracious. Well, we've got one more episode, folks. So the next time that I play, then we'll hear the final one. Now we're going to hear from the CBC Mystery Theater, and this story is about the perfectly happy life, if there's ever such a thing. So sit back and relax and listen.
Mystery Theater. Tonight, A Perfectly Happy Life by Ted Ferguson.
I don't understand what's happening. This suspicion. Something's wrong. I shouldn't be worried. I have everything. A perfectly happy life. And yet, my wife. I suspect my wife.
I have to go, darling. Thank you for the lunch.
Now, don't let them cut it too short, Maria. I like your hair long.
If it's going to bother you, perhaps I should cancel my appointment.
Oh, no, please, Maria. If you want your hair short, have it short. It's your decision, not mine.
I'm sorry, Jim. I only want to make you happy.
I'm happy enough already. How could I be anything else? You do everything I ask.
Bye, darling.
Goodbye, darling.
I'm really surprised. Didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Yes, it's a strange world, Peterson.
Come in. Sit down.
Your office hasn't changed much.
Neither have I. Same office, same job. I'll never get a promotion. You've taken care of that.
Well, it could be worse. I haven't had you fired.
Yet. You married the boss's daughter. You've got years to work on it.
Well, the truth is, Peterson, I won't have you fired. I like the idea of having you here. I receive a lot of satisfaction just knowing you're frozen, unable to move up the company ladder.
Is that the purpose of your visit, to make sure I'm suffering?
I wish it was. But it isn't. I have to talk to you about a personal matter.
Why me? You know I can't stand the sight of you.
Will you listen?
Yeah, I'll listen.
I want to tell you this. I want to get it all out so that I can see it clearer myself. You know me, Peterson. I'm a lone wolf. I run separate from the pack because I don't want to share the spoils. Most of my life, I wanted to be at the top, to have money and success, but I was frustrated. I didn't know how to get it. And then I discovered the secret of honesty and integrity. You have to get rid of them if you're going to make it. You have to apply the complete lack of scruples you use in your private affairs to the business world. In effect, you have to become a 24-hour fraud. Huh? I was working here in that broom closet of an office down the hall when you first found out about my set of ethics. Remember that day? Just a year ago when you called me into this room? You could hardly contain your anger.
Sit down, Conrad.
Yes, sir.
And you can stop smiling. It doesn't impress me.
Oh, whatever you say, Mr. Peterson.
I gather you've heard about LeBlanc.
I heard he's in the hospital. It isn't serious, is it?
No. Appendicitis.
Oh. He's a good man.
We think so. In fact, we're considering him for regional supervisor. Did LeBlanc mention the Mexican conference to you? He was due to go this year, but his illness has made it impossible.
Oh, he mentioned it last week. He was quite excited about it.
I'm afraid we have to send someone else. We have to send you, in fact. You're familiar with LeBlanc's work, and it's too close to the date to have anyone else bone up on it.
Very well, sir. Thank you for choosing me. I appreciate it.
You were chosen, Conrad, solely because there isn't enough time to have anyone else do it.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, sir. I'm a hard worker.
A hard schemer would be more like it. I went to the hospital to visit LeBlanc last night, and he told me about the bribe.
What bribe is that, sir?
He was offered a position with another company. He was undecided about taking it or remaining here and standing a strong chance of becoming a regional supervisor. He said you promised him $1,000 in $100 monthly payments if he'd quit our company and leave the supervisor's job wide open for you. You made the same offer to his wife, if she'd persuade him to do it. You know, yes, and there were other matters relating to his wife and you, matters that are out of my jurisdiction as your superior, but nonetheless disgust me as a person. When you come back from the conference, LeBlanc should be fit and ready to discuss the situation with us. I'm therefore postponing my official verdict until then.
Well, I hope LeBlanc recovers his full strength because he'll need it. I intend to put up a battle to clear my name of this phony accusation.
We'll see, Conrad. We'll see.
So you had me, of course, Peterson. I had offered the money to LeBlanc, and I had been involved with his wife. Well, anyway, that's how things stood when I caught that plane from Mexico City in 4 days of false smiles and calm words at the conference. Well, it was on Friday, 2 days before I was due to return to Montreal, that I met Manuel Cortez. I was at a cocktail party for conference delegates at a hotel owned by Senor Segura.
You don't seem to be enjoying the party, Mr. Conrad.
Oh, just a momentary lull, a few more drinks, and I'll be dancing on the table.
Is there something bothering you?
Pardon me, I hate to be rude, but I don't recall meeting you before, senor.
You haven't?
But you know who I am, and I'm hardly that famous.
Research, Mr. Conrad. I specialize in it. My name is Manuel Cortez. I am personal assistant to Ramon Segura.
The Ramon Segura, the man who owns half the world?
Perhaps not half the world, but a great deal of it. One of my main occupations for Senor Segura involves the Segura Foundation, an unpublicized organization which gives assistance to individuals who have problems. In most cases, the subjects are people who work for Segura Company and are kept from advancement despite their excellent qualifications. We discovered these people through extensive research and some personal observation. Why, this week, after completing the research, we have been observing you.
Huh? And what have you discovered?
That you are an ideal subject for this year's assistance project.
Oh, I'd hate to disappoint you, Cortez, but you'll have to count me out. I've got problems you wouldn't want to be involved in.
If you mean the bribe offer, we're quite willing to be involved.
You know about that?
Mr. Peterson submitted a report to our Montreal president, who, in turn, permitted our investigator to read it.
You still want to help me? That doesn't make sense. Why me when there's lots of honest young men around?
They don't need assistance. You do. The foundation realizes you have the potential to do far greater things. You have intelligence and ambition. Eliminate the barriers that are blocking your path, and we are sure you'll become a worthy human being.
Well, all right, Cortez. I'll go along with that. What do you want me to do?
A very minor stipulation. Come with me to Senor Segura's house tomorrow. He would like to meet you. After that, everything will go as you want it to.
Well, I'd never heard of the Segura Foundation.
Segura Foundation?
Yeah. Huh? It isn't every day that a stranger walks in and offers you the moon. But at that stage of the game, what could I lose? In Montreal, I was bound to be fired.
Ah.
Well, the next morning, I met Cortez in front of the hotel, and we drove to Segura's home.
It's a mile or so farther. You'll be able to see the house in a minute.
I didn't think there'd be such flat and barren land so close to Mexico City.
Mexico is a country of contrast, Mr. Conrad. In some regions, there's thick jungles. There is something you haven't seen in Montreal. Over there, to your right.
Wow. Pyramids.
There are 6 of them in this area. And that's Senor Segura's house, where the foothills begin.
It must feel strange, having a dead civilization in your front yard.
It wouldn't be for me. I'm descended from the Aztecs.
Now, how could that be? Weren't the Aztecs wiped out hundreds of years ago?
Wiped out or assimilated? Who knows for certain? My father was convinced he was an Aztec, and so was his father. But perhaps my family is insane, but if it is, at least they are consistent. The insanity has lasted for generations.
You don't have a copyright on family madness. It does happen in Canada, too.
I suppose all countries have that much in common. Lunacy knows no boundaries. I am sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Conrad. The Senor Segura is signing some contracts.
Oh, so don't worry about it. I've been admiring the view. And I don't mean the pyramids.
The girls in the swimming pool. They are friends of Senor Segura's daughter.
Oh, she has some lovely friends.
Compared to Maria Segura, they are positively ugly. She's one of the most beautiful women in Mexico.
Ah, Senor Conrad, qué alegría. This is a pleasure. I am Ramon Segura.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, senor. You have a fantastic home here. That swimming pool is the largest I've ever seen.
There are a few lakes in Mexico that are larger, but only a few.
If you don't mind, sir, I must phone into the city.
Go ahead, Manuel, go ahead. I trust my English is good enough to talk to you without Manuel. On top of everything else, he's an excellent translator.
Senor, I'm sure your English is better than mine.
To be truthful, I am extremely proficient in English. I went to an American university, Harvard, for several years. My late wife was an American, and she made sure the whole family learned her language and learned it well.
I see.
I presume Manuel explained about the foundation?
Sir, he said that wanted the foundation was to help me in my present predicament. But frankly, I don't see how it can. It will take more than money.
The things that money cannot arrange, Senor Conrad, power can. I could insult, rob, or even kill a person and not be punished. Oh, well. In your case, I have more power than is needed. I own the company you work for. You tell me what you like to have done to the people you are standing in your way, and I'll do it.
You're not serious. You mean I could pick their fate?
Oh, the foundation will do everything you desire.
That's hard to believe, senor.
Oh, I give you my word, senor.
Well, my immediate superior in Montreal is a man called Peterson. I'd like to have him fired. On second thought, I think I have a better fate for Peterson. He's one of a long line of petty authoritarians who've been holding me down all these years. I'd rather have him kept on the staff, kept permanently on the same job under my thumb.
Senor Conrad, I prefer it if you remain here as my house guest for the next week, eh? It would be better if you are out of the way until the arrangements are finished.
That afternoon, having moved my luggage from the hotel to Segura's home, I went down to the pool to lie in the sun. Didn't seem to be anyone around. I stretched out on a deck chair and felt the heat of the sun on my body. Conrad, I thought to myself, for some crazy reason, you've got a benefactor. You're going to have it made. Just lie back now, relax. But hold on tight with both hands.
Buenos dias, senor.
Oh. Buenos dias.
Am I disturbing you?
Oh, no. In fact, I'm lonely. The house seems to be empty.
My father and Manuel have gone into Mexico City on business. And my friends have deserted me for a polo match.
Oh, you're Senor Segura's daughter?
Yes. Maria Segura.
I'm Jim Conrad.
Do you like polo?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I'm mad about it. But I decided to stay home today.
Oh, you're not feeling well?
No, Mr. Conrad. I stayed home so that I could meet you.
Really? I'm not that much of an attraction in Canada.
Perhaps it's because you've never been researched before. You see, I went through your file when Father was out. It made me curious to match the facts with a face.
How do they compare?
They don't. You have fine, innocent features. The file says you're a deceitful rogue.
Well, if I were you, I'd believe the file.
I do. When Manuel has someone researched, it's always accurate. And now I have to go.
Oh, I've disappointed you. You're eager to get to the polo match.
I'm not disappointed, Mr. Conrad. I want to change my clothes. I want to look my best when I'm sitting across the table from you at dinner.
In the week that followed, I saw Maria every day.
Mm-hmm.
We would often drive to Mexico City to take in the tourist sites.
You're annoyed because I haven't work to do?
No, I didn't say that. I said it was a shame you haven't a mission in life, that's all. Can't be very rewarding driving me up and down this highway all day.
I have a mission, Jim. I just haven't told you about it.
Oh. What's that?
Marriage. I've been preparing for it since childhood. The man I marry will be the happiest person on earth. Why haven't you married, Jim?
It's easier to move about when you're on your own.
You won't be moving about when you're a vice president.
No, I guess not.
You should marry. Have someone to care about you. The way you're living now, you could die tomorrow and no one would know the difference.
Was that in my file, too?
Yes.
No relatives, no friends?
Yes, it's a crowded document.
Maria, tell me the truth. What else does your father and Manuel know about me? I mean, besides the business of the bribe.
The trouble you had 8 years ago. They have some information on that.
Oh. Well, that must have taken some digging. No one in Montreal knows about it.
Did you do it?
Steal the money? Sure. I broke into the office one night and I took it from a desk drawer. I knew it would be there, and they couldn't prove it.
What did you do with the money?
Spend it. Wine, woman, and song.
Mostly women?
Mostly. I admitted when I first met you that I was a rogue. Are you shocked?
I'm not shocked. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me. Father and Manuel think you'll change when you're successful.
What do you think?
The same as they do. Only more so.
We were engaged before I left Mexico.
Really?
And a month later, remember, after being installed here as vice president...
Yes.
Maria and her father flew up for the wedding. 2 months after we were married, the money arrived. I was surprised at first. Then I realized her father must have arranged it.
You mean you never heard of them?
No, never. But if he wanted to die and leave me $200,000, I'm not going to argue.
I thought you didn't have any relatives.
Yeah, I thought so, too.
Well, what should we do with it?
Oh, you could buy a new dress.
No, seriously, Jim. It's a lot of money.
Do you know what I'd like to do? Quit your father's company and start a business of my own.
Oh, Jim, that's a wonderful idea.
Well, I did just that. Remember, started my own firm. For 6 months, I worked feverishly to make it succeed, and I loved every minute of it. But a man named Warren provided the only dark spot.
Oh?
There must be a way of discouraging him.
Warren's too stubborn. Maria, I've got to have that property. I can make a fortune with it. My company would be tremendously successful.
Should I write to Father? He might have a suggestion.
All right, sure. I'd welcome any advice from him. Segura sent a short note telling me to keep fighting Warren, to hope for the best. And then mysteriously, Warren dropped out of the picture. He said his company no longer wanted the property. Well, someone had gotten to him. A threat or a bribe. I didn't know which, but I knew who. Segura. But wasn't that going too far? Why extend himself to make things easy for me? Was he being overindulgent because I was married to Maria? Or was it something else? Something I could never guess at.
Are you happy, darling? Really happy?
Yes. Of course you know I am, Maria. I keep telling you. Yesterday, last week, last month. She was always probing, trying to find any discontent in my life and then working to eliminate it. The perfect wife. Dedicated to pleasing me. It had never occurred to me to be suspicious, to question her concern and dedication. Until yesterday, when I suddenly felt that something was wrong, that Maria and her father were partners in a conspiracy. It was late yesterday afternoon when Maria's father and Manuel Cortez arrived for a short holiday. They brought gifts.
This is a statue of an Aztec god. It was found in a ruin near Merida.
I can't say that I'm crazy about the snakes around the head.
Oh, they had deep significance for the Aztecs. All sculpture did, in fact. Sculpture was not superficial element as it is today, but a fundamental part of architecture and religion.
Well, sir, you've already given us so many treasures. Our living room looks like an archaeological museum.
Oh, one can never have too many pieces of art, Jim.
You'll like this one. It's an Aztec sundial.
Then he began staring at me. I can't describe the way he looked. At dinner, I would glance across the table and find Segura's eyes set hard on my face. It was almost as though he was trying to hypnotize me. Maria, she was just the opposite, avoiding me. When I'd look in her direction, she'd turn away. Well, at night, I asked her about it. And? It was my imagination, she said. Nothing was the matter. Everything was normal. This morning, I was still thinking about their behavior, and a woman approached me.
Mr. Conrad.
Entering my office.
Yes? Can I talk to you?
Well, if it's important, my secretary can make an appointment for you.
It's your wife and her father. I have to warn you.
Warn me about what?
Please, can we go in your office?
All right.
My son was married to Maria Segura, and now no one can find him. I've had detectives looking. He's disappeared completely.
Oh, you must be mistaken. My wife wasn't married before.
She won't tell you. She'll lie, like they did about my son. They said he ran away with another woman, but it isn't true. He was too happy with Maria. He had everything a man could want.
Have you been to the police?
Many times. But they accept Segura's explanation. He's a rich man. They believe him rather than me.
And why should I be any different?
You've got to listen to me. I came here from New York to talk to you. John met Maria when he was on a holiday in Mexico. He worked for one of Segura's companies, and when they found out he'd been in jail, they offered to help him.
Yes?
Segura bought him a small factory in New York after he married Maria. A year later, he vanished.
Oh. But you'd better come home with me. I want to see how Segura reacts to this story.
No, I can't. He told me that if I interfered again, he'd have me killed. That's why I haven't contacted you before. I didn't have the courage to even write or phone you in case Segura found out.
So why come here now, then?
I have to warn you. I know they did something to John. They'll do it to you, too. I know they will. The detectives, they told me that you've had the same treatment from them that John did. It follows a pattern. I'm going now.
Now, just a minute. I'm not sure I believe you, you know.
You must believe me, Mr. Conrad. Your life may depend on it.
Well, that's it, Peterson. The whole sordid tale.
Have you asked your wife if she was married to someone named John?
Oh, I wanted to today at lunch. Didn't seem the right place. I'll try tonight at home.
The woman could have a motive for fabricating a story like that. A motive you don't know about. Anyway, the way you describe her, emotionally disturbed, I wouldn't accept any of it until you've spoken to your wife.
And what if it's the truth? Suppose something is going to happen to me.
Don't ask me, Conrad. I'm the last person who wants to give you the answers to your problems.
Yes, of course. I forgot for a moment. Well, thank you, Peterson. It did help to talk about it. I'm more convinced now that Maria will have an explanation for everything.
You could leave Montreal, you know. I mean, if there's the slightest chance that something is wrong, you'd be better off somewhere else.
Oh, you don't understand, Peterson.
Huh?
Despite my suspicions, I'd never leave Montreal. I have a perfectly happy life here. The music. Soothing.
Have another drink. It's soothing, too.
No. I've had enough. Oh, so tired.
A hard day at the office?
Oh, sort of. Maria. I don't know how to ask you this. Really, I'm exhausted.
What is it you want to ask me?
If you've been married before.
Yes, Jim. I've been married before.
Are you? And you never told me.
You're going to sleep, Jim. The drink was drugged. I've been married 4 times before. Each time in a different country. Quietly. And each time the marriage lasted 1 year. 1 full year.
Maria. Why? What reason?
Later, Jim. When you awaken, it will all be explained.
I'm in the basement of my home. On a stone altar. The room is filled with flowers and rows of ancient statues and carvings. There are torches burning. It's almost like a holiday. A festival.
He's awake, Maria. The drug has numbed his body and pacified his mind. But he will understand what you say.
Oh, Maria. Oh, your cloak is beautiful. I haven't seen that before. Long and white, covered with jewels, paintings of birds.
I have to tell you why you are going to die, Jim. It is part of a ritual. My father, Manuel, and I are Aztec descendants, and as such we obey all laws and principles established by our ancestors. You have been chosen for a sacrifice. In your case and in the others that preceded you, we have done what our ancestors did, given a man 1 year of total pleasure and contentment, allowing him to realize earthly fulfillment before sending his soul to live with the gods.
Oh, Maria. Oh, please.
It is an honor for you. Most of your life has been wasted. Your soul will strengthen the sun on crops, help birds to fly and flowers to grow.
Maria, no, don't. No, don't.
You must cut the heart out cleanly, Maria. It must still be pulsating when it's lifted in the air.
They're coming towards me. Oh, Maria. Her father. She's raising the knife. In a moment, I will be dead.
This has been A Perfectly Happy Life by Ted Ferguson. You heard Michael Caine as Conrad, Judith Hilderman as Maria, Jorge Rodriguez as Segura, Tony Mackay as Manuel, Ned Conlon as Peterson, and Eileen Clifford as the woman. Technical operations by Alan Leclerc. Sound technician, René Lavoie. Mystery Theater was produced by Earl Pennington.
Well, I hope I haven't put you to sleep with these two programs tonight. I know I enjoyed bringing them to you, and I sure hope you enjoyed listening to them. So, until the next time, well, this is your old buddy, John Bowyer, your USA friend, saying thank you all for listening, and see you soon. Thank you for listening, and I sure hope you'll come back again real soon for another Canadian Old Time Radio Association broadcast. I'm John Bowyer. Hello and welcome into another Canadian Old Time Radio Association broadcast. I am John Bowyer, inviting you to join me by sitting back and relaxing as we look into the archives of Radio Past. Happy New Year, my Canadian friends. Yes, this is John Bowyer, your friend from the States. And this is the beginning of a new year for Katra, and I am your first presenter. And I will be continuing with Becker and Clean Sweep, our two programs that we've been following in the past year or so, and with some more rather interesting stories. Let's start out at the Queen of the Rockies with our hotel detective Becker. This time, he's out looking for 200 pounds. Now, was it lost? Was it stolen? What's the scoop? Well, we're going to find all that out with our friend Becker, the detective of the Queen of the Rockies. So, let's go with tonight's story called A Long, Long Trail.
Becker, Episode 9, The Long, Long Trail.
Queen of the Rockies. I'd been there for over a year now. Hardly ever left. It was the nature of the job. And quite frankly, there wasn't anywhere I really wanted to go. Until I met Fiona, that is. Then everything changed. I had reasons to come down the mountain, to take her places I'd avoided for years. Tonight it was Sam Chan's Chinese Canadian restaurant. In the old days, Sam loved to surprise me with the real thing. He still did. And Fiona Highwood rose to the challenge. We laughed, we ate a lot, we enjoyed ourselves. While up at the hotel, someone neither of us knew was coming to the sad end of a long, long trail.
Oh, I've never eaten like that before.
Sam's a great cook, if you're prepared for a challenge.
Prepared? Oh, I'm dying for one.
How's that?
Nothing ever happens around here.
Well, some people like it that way.
Yeah, but they still want a little action in their newspaper. A little big city crime.
So what about Adam Sterling?
Who?
That gambler we caught last week.
What's so great about this Adam Sterling?
He was running a high-stakes operation. Definitely big city style.
Nobody's interested in gambling. Most people can't see that there's anything wrong with it.
Then you could tell them the truth.
Which is?
Families lose their homes. Children go hungry.
Good men despair.
It's not funny, Fiona.
I was just teasing.
Well, we're here.
Yes, so we are. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe I should follow you around. The next time you have a gambling case, that is. I could do an article about you.
Nothing to write about. I just try to see what's in front of my nose.
You're still more exciting than a bake sale. I could make a hero out of you, Becker.
I'm not sure I'm ready for that.
The real heroes never are.
We'd better say goodnight.
I guess so. Tomorrow comes early. Why does one always revert to cliches at times like this? Well, seriously, it's been a wonderful... Oh, hell. Can you hear me? Oh, pardon the language. Good night. Tell me when you're ready. To become a hero, that is.
Becker! Becker! Over here, Becker.
Mr. Hickey?
Where have you been?
What's up?
Somewhere other than where I should be is the answer, Becker. We've had a robbery.
Oh?
Is that all you have to say?
Well, you haven't exactly given me a lot to respond to, sir.
She's in my office.
The thief?
The victim, Becker. If I had the thief, I'd have little need for you, would I? Miss Thomas, I'd like you to meet Mr. Becker, our detective.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. I work for the hotel.
But you can get my money back?
We'll try.
That's good, because until you do, I can't settle my account.
I beg your pardon?
Let's find out what happened first.
There's not a lot to say. I was robbed. £200.
Pounds?
I brought it from England.
When did you discover it was missing?
This morning.
Do you have any idea who might have taken it?
I'm afraid not.
Did you have any guests?
Of course not.
Anyone who might have known where you kept the money?
No.
The staff? A maid?
No.
So it just disappeared.
That's it. It just disappeared. You can ask all the questions you like, but I can't tell you anything else.
Well, perhaps you could tell us if you've given any consideration to how you'll settle the account.
Let's wait until I've had a look at the room. What's the number?
Mine? Oh, 312.
Good. Now, you make yourself comfortable.
Excuse me. I have a good deal to do this morning, Becker.
I'll only be a few minutes, Mr. Hickey.
Come in. Oh, excuse me, sir, Mr. Becker. Are you looking for something?
Yes.
It's Truly, sir.
Truly. You've been cleaning this room all week.
Yes, sir. Got a good tip, too. £5.
That's quite a tip. But the thing is, Truly, the lady says she's been robbed.
Not by me, she wasn't. I hope she never said I had anything to do with robbing her.
No. I just wanted to know if you noticed anything since she's been here. Anything unusual.
Well, I don't know if you'd really say it was unusual, but she's been here for...
5 days.
Yes, 5 days. And she hardly goes out at all. And she's always dressed up. She's got a lovely blue dress. I think she's waiting for someone, poor soul.
Any idea who?
Her fiancé, maybe?
Perhaps.
I can tell you one thing, Mr. Becker. Someone was here. These 2 glasses were on the table.
Oh? Where exactly?
One was here, and the other was over here, in front of the chair. And there's a broken whiskey bottle in the fireplace. I was cleaning it up when you arrived. And the fire. That's unusual, isn't it? Who has a fire in July?
Had she used the fireplace before?
No.
You're sure?
I'd have remembered. It's such a messy job to sweep it out, especially now with those bits of glass mixed up in it.
Well, you can stop for the moment.
Sir?
I'd like you to leave this room exactly as it is.
You mean leave everything? My broom, the pail?
Everything.
These glasses, too?
I'll take them.
You think you could tell what's in those glasses with the sniffs?
I think you should get on with your work, Truly.
Yes, sir.
And not a word to anyone about this.
I don't know, Mr. Becker. It's about the most exciting thing that's happened to me in a long time.
Try.
I sense that you don't quite believe me, Mr. Hickey.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Are you speaking to me?
I was saying that I didn't think you believed me.
Is there some reason that I shouldn't? Come. Ah, Becker, you're back. You found something, I hope?
A couple of glasses and a broken whiskey bottle.
A whiskey bottle?
Do you want to tell me about them, Miss Thomas?
What do you mean?
You told us there were no guests.
Oh, yes, but he wasn't what you'd call a guest. Just a man I met in the dining room. He came up for a few minutes.
You invited a gentleman to your room?
Yes. It was his whiskey. We had a drink and he left.
Without his bottle?
I broke it. I dropped it by accident.
And it hasn't occurred to you that he might have stolen your money?
How could he? Well, I did go down the hall for a towel to clean up the spill, but he wouldn't have known where it was. You think he took it?
Can you describe him?
Handsome, sandy hair, blue eyes. I don't think he was staying here. Probably long gone by now. His name was Alexander. Sandy.
Sandy? You got quite intimate for such a short visit.
I think we'd best go into town and report this to the police.
Do you think there's any point?
Oh, the point, young lady, is that you owe this hotel $143, and we expect you to honor that debt.
Yes, I expect to as well.
I'm happy to hear it.
There's lots of things I can do, and I'm used to work.
You're suggesting that we employ you?
If we don't find the money.
I'm afraid there's no question of that.
Then what am I going to do?
Well, if you'll take my advice, you'll make every effort to find the necessary capital, stolen or otherwise.
But I haven't got it.
And never have it, I suspect.
Please, that's not true. I was robbed.
Come on, miss. I'll take you down to the police station.
Tell the sergeant that the Queen of the Rockies considers this moral decay a very serious matter indeed.
So tell me this. What kind of a robbery victim leaves the maid a £5 tip?
She's not telling us everything, that's for sure. On the other hand, when you
There you go again. On the one hand this, on the other hand that. Now, the only real question is what we're going to do with her.
Well, can't you put her up somewhere?
Me? Where?
Give her a cell if there's nothing else.
Give her a cell. I've got Whiskey Dan sleeping it off in the corridor. I've got Jimmy Splint in for slicing up his girl again, and I've still got your gambling friend.
Adam Sterling?
Yeah, we don't see the magistrate till next week.
Well, I guess he'll think twice before he gets up another game.
You think so? Right now, Sterling owes so much money to Jimmy Splint, I've had to give him a cell to himself. He'll probably get his throat slit the minute we release him.
What's going on here?
What?
Why is that woman shivering out there on the bench?
She's reporting a crime, if it's any of your business.
Then why is she being treated like a criminal?
She's not being...
Don't make excuses, Sergeant. This poor woman has been robbed. At least get her a cup of tea.
Of course, Miss Highwood. Right away. What was I thinking of?
You sure got him buffaloed.
I'm glad to see there's something that amuses you.
I was attempting to get her a place to stay when you barged in.
What's wrong with the hotel?
Hickey's convinced that she's skipping out.
You agree with him?
I don't know.
This woman didn't come all the way from England to cheat the Queen out of a few dollars.
That's not the point, Fiona.
So what is the point? She can't pay her bill. Period. That's it. Aren't you the least interested in why she's here? Don't you want to know her story?
I'll check out what she told me. I'll see if we can locate her visitor, but frankly, she might be better off if I didn't.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means if she's hiding something, which I think she is, you better think twice before you start digging things up. You might make things worse.
I'm ready to take the chance.
But is she?
She doesn't have a choice. We either find out her real story or she slips into the shadows as another example of contemporary moral decay.
You've been talking to Hickey?
How do you think I knew she was here? Mr. Hickey thinks a little press coverage might discourage future felons from imposing on his hospitality. I guess you'd agree with that.
Fiona.
Okay, she's got her cup of tea.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Now we just got to find a place to put her.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm taking her with me.
You are?
Is there a problem with that?
No. You're welcome to her.
Good. Then we'll be on our way. If you do decide to look into it, Becker, my deadline's Thursday morning.
Deadline?
Nothing as stale as old news.
And there was no one else.
I told you. Excuse me. Hotel switchboard, good evening. Yes, sir, right away. There's not much more I can tell you. No one else checked out.
Just 4 men and a boy.
And not one of them under 50, except for the boy.
No handsome men with sandy hair.
You're the only handsome man in the hotel right now, Becker. But don't get your head swollen. It's a particularly disappointing week.
You should have told Miss Thomas before she checked in.
You think she was here for that?
I'm not sure what she was here for, but whatever it was, I think she was disappointed. If Mr. Hickey's looking for me, I've gone to take another look at the room.
She's got to you, that Miss Thomas, hasn't she?
No, not Miss Thomas.
Hey, Becker! Hey, Becker! Hey,
Hey, wait up, you big palooka.
Jimmy, I haven't seen you for a while. Say, you read any good books lately?
Yeah, The Sun Also Rises.
It's good?
Yeah, a real two-fister. I'll loan it to you.
Well, thanks, Jimmy. I gotta run now.
Hey, hold it. I need a little more than your thanks, Becker. I got a business proposition.
Bellboys with business propositions are always trouble, Jimmy.
Strictly legit.
What do you got? A 20-pound note?
From England.
There's a piece chopped off it, Jimmy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Now, why do you think that is?
Oh, who knows? All you need is more than half.
You think there might have been something on this bill that might have identified it? Something that's been removed?
It's possible.
Where'd you get it?
I can't tell you, Becker, but I personally vouch for the donor.
So what's the deal?
Well, I've been asked to change that note into the coin of the realm. Small bills. I am, of course, extracting my customary 10%, which I'm prepared to share with anyone who can save me the effort of going into town, which, as you know, is very hard on very short legs.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do.
The deal is non-negotiable, Becker.
I'll just keep this bill.
What?
Until you tell me where you got it.
That's blackmail, Becker.
I need to know this, Jimmy. It might have come from a robbery that was reported this morning.
Ah, Becker, you know I wouldn't pass you stolen goods.
Not knowingly, Jimmy. But then you might not ask. Room 312 appeared much the same as it had this morning, except that the overhead lights had been turned on. Someone had been here since I left. I bent down to look under the bed. There was no one there, but someone could easily be hiding behind the closet door. I grabbed the door handle. Gotcha.
Oh.
Fiona.
Oh, Becker, you scared the life out of me.
What are you doing here?
Looking around.
You didn't get much out of Miss Thomas, then.
I didn't know you were interested.
You find anything?
Just what you see.
Oh, and what's that?
Was this a test? 2 glasses on the table, a broken bottle in the fireplace.
And?
Why don't you tell me?
There are a few ashes in the fireplace as well. The maid was cleaning them up when I arrived.
So she burned something, then it looks like she threw the bottle into the fire.
With a fair amount of force.
She doesn't seem the kind of person to get that angry, does she?
People aren't always what they seem. Smell these glasses.
Only one of them's been used.
She could have been expecting someone who didn't come.
Which means there was no visitor. Which means... Oh, why would she lie?
To keep us looking in the wrong direction?
And she really wasn't robbed.
Well, maybe, maybe not. A little while ago, one of the bellboys gave me a 20-pound note. He was looking to get it changed.
You think he got it from Eileen?
No, not likely. He'd have to know whoever he got it from. He never goes out, so it had to be someone who worked here, which means someone who could get into this room.
It's not that hard.
So I noticed.
But you think the note was one of Eileen's?
There's not a lot of English money floating around.
So what's the story?
We don't know.
That's it? We don't know? Damn it, Becker, this is important. You have to prove it she's innocent.
I'm only a detective, Fiona, not a magician.
I know. You can only, see what's in front of your nose.
Yeah, that's about it. Except there is one more thing you can see.
And what's that?
What's not in front of your nose. I enjoyed that, keeping Fiona guessing. I enjoyed having her along, showing off a bit. Now, I was pretty sure I'd cracked it, but I couldn't take her with me. For over a year, the hotel had been my family. They'd looked after me. I wasn't ready to expose any of them to a journalist. Not even Fiona. Oh, it's cold up here, truly.
It's not so bad. I used to be in with 8 other girls. Now I've got one roommate, and she works nights in the laundry. Did you find out what you were looking for, Mr. Becker?
Not yet, but, didn't I ask you to leave room 312 alone?
I did. You saw me leave.
But you went back, didn't you? You took the pail you were sweeping the ashes into.
I couldn't leave a dirty pail.
And that wasn't all you took.
What do you mean?
I mean, you could be in a lot of trouble.
What trouble?
Just give me what you took, truly.
You really think you know everything, don't you? All right. Turn your head away. I don't don't have more in this box to keep all my things in. Here. Now, would you mind going? Take them.
Envelopes?
That's what you want, isn't it? She threw them in the wastebasket.
That's it?
You want to search the box?
Well, why did you take them?
My brother collects the stamps. They're from hotels right across Canada, Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg. There's no letters in them.
These are addressed to Mrs. Alexander Stockholder.
Yeah?
The lady's name is Thomas.
Oh, they don't very often tell us their names, Mr. Becker.
Yes, well. Oh, one other thing, Truly. What about this banknote?
Where did you get that?
Do you know anything about it?
I know it's mine. She gave it to me as a tip.
You said she gave you £5.
Would you have believed me if I said 20?
Who cut the piece off?
I did. I suppose you want that too.
You've got it?
I thought I might need it.
Well, why'd you cut it off?
A 20-pound note's a beautiful thing, Mr. Becker. About the most beautiful thing I ever seen. I didn't want it to look all dirty and the like. Here, look at that. You see what I mean?
I spent the next morning on the phone. Then I hurried down to the Cascade police station. A couple of hours later, I had commandeered Sergeant Drake's desk, and I was sitting across from Miss Thomas and Fiona. The sergeant paced back and forth behind me, glowering with all the weight of the law. You recognize these envelopes, Miss Thomas?
Let me see.
The maid found them in your room.
Yes?
These aren't Eileen's, Becker. They're addressed to a Mrs. Alexander Stockholder.
Perhaps she is Mrs. Stockholder.
There is no Mrs. Stockholder.
Ah, I see. But there is a Mr. Stockholder, Alexander Stockholder.
Do I have to answer these questions?
No, but it would help us to understand what's been going on, and if we understand, we might be able to help.
Help? How?
We might save you from being charged with making a false police report.
Becker.
What do you mean?
I mean that you didn't have a visitor with blue eyes and sandy hair, and you were not robbed. At least not in the way you reported. In fact, you made up your story from beginning to end.
Becker? I didn't know what else to do.
Tell me about Alex Stockholder.
What do you want to know? He's a man who... We were engaged to be married.
So, you weren't exactly...
Mrs. Stockholder, no. He just liked to call me Mrs. Stockholder. It was a promise of sorts. We were going to be married as soon as he was established.
Established?
Here in Canada. He came out here a few months ago. He was setting up an import business.
Importing?
Liquor, spirits. He was trying to line up contracts with hotels across the country.
Was?
It was more difficult than he thought, and more expensive. He kept writing home for money.
Your money?
I was happy to send it. But after a while it began to run out. So I wrote and told him I was going to have to come now, if I was going to come at all.
Where did you write to him?
He has an agent in Montreal. And he did receive the letter because he replied by telegraph, suggesting I meet him at the Queen of the Rockies.
And so you came all the way here?
From London.
But he didn't arrive.
First I thought something might have happened to him. Then I realized he just wasn't coming, that he'd simply been using me. That's why I spent 5 days in that hotel room, waiting. I read through his letters again and again. They were beautiful letters, but they all came down to the same thing. Money. He wanted the money.
So you put the letters in the fireplace and...
Excuse me? There didn't seem much point to the letters once I'd realized he wasn't coming. So I burnt them. I'd had a little too much to drink.
And then you burnt the money.
The money, too?
Whiskey's a powerful thing.
I'm not a drunk. The whiskey was for him.
You threw 200 pounds in the fire?
And I smashed the bottle. I promised myself he'd never get another penny from me.
200 pounds?
180.
What?
There's still this.
A 20-pound note?
Most of one. The maid cut the burnt edge off.
Oh, yes. It must have blown out of the fire. She found it in the morning.
So that's how you knew.
It wasn't difficult to figure out where the rest of the money went.
Give it back to her, Mr. Becker. I don't want a penny Alexander Stockholder can get his hands on. That's an end of it. I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused.
Don't worry about that.
I simply couldn't bear the idea that anyone would know that I'd been such a fool. I'd rather do anything than have anyone know that. If only...
He'd kept his word?
Yes, that. But I was really wondering if it would change anything if he knew what he'd done.
It doesn't usually.
Would you like to find out?
How would I? You know where he is?
Yes.
You know?
Miss Thomas?
Perhaps you should sit down.
Yes. I feel almost faint.
I wonder if you have somewhere I could... Sergeant?
You mean, yes, it's basic, but...
I need to be alone for a moment.
It's right this way, miss.
Thank you.
Oh, how'd you find him?
Detective work.
Oh, come on. You can tell me while we're waiting.
All right. Take another look at those envelopes. What's the first thing you notice? After the name.
They're all hotel stationery.
Exactly. The McDonald in Montreal, the Dominion in Toronto, and the Sifton in Winnipeg.
Mr. Stockholder liked his luxuries.
And he was a man of habit. Look at the postmarks. 1 letter a week. 4 weeks in Montreal, 4 in Toronto, 3 in Winnipeg. If he kept to his schedule, he should have arrived here 3 weeks ago.
But how did you know he was coming here?
He was hopping from Grand Hotel to Grand Hotel. The Queen had to be the next stop, but he didn't arrive. Or, more accurately, he wasn't registered.
Which means he wasn't here.
Well, that's what I thought until I called the Sifton and discovered that he hadn't been registered there either. Then I called the Dominion and the McDonald. Alex Stockholder wasn't registered at any of them.
So where was he?
Oh, he was there. In every one of those hotels. He simply changed his name. But as a man of habit, he stuck with his monogram, A.S. There was an Alan Stratton at the Dominion, an Arnold Stevens at the McDonald. Alfred Simons had left the Sifton just ahead of the police.
For?
Gambling. And we just happened to have an Adam Sterling back there in the cells who's charged
The guy
with...
you arrested.
And who now admits to being Alex Stockholder.
He's here?
Thank you, Sergeant.
Eileen, he's here.
I know. The sergeant told me he's right downstairs.
I hope you don't mind, Becker.
So he couldn't meet you?
The sergeant also told me he was arrested for gambling.
I'm afraid so.
He was a gambler before he came to Canada. I knew he was, but I was a fool.
Would you like to see him?
Does he know I'm here?
I have to tell him.
He'd like to see you.
Why? I haven't anything else to give him.
You don't want to see him?
I don't think so.
Can I tell him anything?
Tell him there's no more money. Tell him I burnt it. Tell him I'm going to get a position and I'm going to settle accounts, my accounts, with Mr. Becker's hotel. Tell him I'm getting on with it. Tell him that. I'd like him to know that.
That's a story.
You write it up, Fiona. But don't use my name. Write about Mrs. Stockholder. She doesn't exist anymore. She won't mind.
What do you think?
I sound like a hero.
Told you.
If I were this quick-witted, Hickey would give me a raise.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Cynic.
You think so? Been wondering if I exploited Eileen. I mean, perhaps I enjoyed getting her story too much.
Yeah, you kept her name out of it.
That's appropriately non-committal. You look to be having a pretty good time yourself.
There's nothing like an eager student to wake you up.
Or a little competition.
Yes, perhaps that too.
No perhaps about it, Becker.
You've just heard The Long, Long Trail, Episode 9 of Becker, written by Martin Kinch. In the cast, Andy Maton was Becker, with Stephen Hare as Hickey, and Natasha Burgess as Fiona. Kathy Shane was Truly, and Darrell Shuttleworth was Sergeant Drake. Gordon Signer was Jimmy, Marie Barron was Miss Watts, and Shauna Baird was Aileen. The music was arranged and conducted by Miles Jackson. The recording engineer is Bob Doble, with sound effects by Uta Shafland. The production assistant is Christine Story. Becker is produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. Our executive producer in Toronto is Bill Howell. For the Mystery Project, I'm Bob Bolding.
Well, another one solved by our Detective Becker at the Queen of the Rockies. He's getting kind of chummy with that newspaper gal, too. Better watch it there, Becker. She'll have you before you know it. Anyway, our next program is Clean Sweep. Incidentally, both of these programs are from the Mystery Project series. In this particular Clean Sweep program, where the Marsdens, Ben and Bonnie, and the 4 children, and the corporal, and so many other people in their friendly town all get together and resolve crime and try to find out who's naughty and nice. And oh, that was Christmas, wasn't it? Who's naughty or nice? I hope Santa came to your home. If he did, you were nice. If he didn't, uh-oh. You know what that meant. Well, anyway, to continue on, my goodness. Usually in our stories, the corporal comes and he says to Bonnie, either by phone or in person or however, snoop around as you're cleaning around town. See if you can find anything out about this, that, or something else. And of course, Bonnie, the smart cleaning lady that she is, gets to know all these people, and she finds out quite a bit. Well, in this particular program that we've got coming up now, which is called Ethel and Methel, the corporal didn't ask Bonnie to go out and find out what actually happened. It was Ben, her husband. Ben was suspicious. Anyway, it was ruled that Vaughn Chambers was killed by home brew. And a lot of people thought that moonshiner Ruby McLean was perhaps the guilty party. But Ben didn't think that so. And he wanted Bonnie to check it all out. And, well, anyway, obviously, a very interesting ending. Let's go now to Clean Sweep and Ben and Bonnie.
Hi, gang. Bob Boving with you for this week's Mystery Project and the next installment of Clean Sweep by Elf Silver. There's illicit booze in Membertou County, but it's gone seriously wrong because an old neighbor of the Marstons is dead. Is it sloppy distilling or something worse? The play is called Ethel and Methel, starring Deborah Allen and Richard Donat as Bonnie and Ben Marston.
Let him off his line for a few minutes, honey. But stay out back where he can't see the road. Keep throwing him things so he won't get distracted.
Okay. Well, you can't be rebuilding that wall all by yourself.
I left the bigger rocks for you.
Here,
I'm sorry, Ben. I don't think there's any way I can go to the funeral.
Oh?
I tried. I phoned Mrs. Parker, and she said it'd be all right if I didn't clean her house till Tuesday, but Muriel can't take Melissa for the funeral day. She knew Vaughn Chambers too well.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about leaving an empty space in the church, Bonnie. They'll pack the place to the rafters for old Vaughn. They figured out the cause of death.
Well, he was 85 years old.
It wasn't old age. He was poisoned by bad liquor.
What? I never thought Vaughn Chambers was much of a drinker.
Well, it doesn't take much when it comes to bad moonshine.
Moonshine?
You seen the price of legal liquor these days? Ever since Vaughn stopped being able to get around much, somebody'd drop him off a pint of local stuff every now and then. But now that they say that's what killed him, the widow told the police where we got it. Old Ruby McLean.
Ruby McLean?
You know old Ruby?
A little bit. Back when I was at the credit union.
Old Ruby McLean's been making liquor for the valley since before you and I was born.
I didn't know that.
Well, all those years you were working at the credit union, wearing business clothes and all, there were things people just wouldn't talk about around you. There was nothing personal. Anyway, Now Ruby's going to get nailed for moonshining, and everybody figures it's Ruby's fault old Vaughn's dead. But I know for a fact it wasn't Ruby's stuff that killed him.
How do you know that?
Because if Ruby McLean made bad moonshine, you and me would have been dead years ago.
How's that?
You know that cheap Western vodka I've been buying once in a while when we can afford it? That you sometimes take a nip of with me once you got used to the taste?
Yeah.
Didn't you ever wonder how it could stay 3/4 full for a month or two?
I never drank that much of it. I didn't think you did either.
That was a magic bottle. That wasn't Western vodka. That was watered-down Ruby Shine.
Damn it, Ben. That could have been us instead of Vaughn.
Mommy?
It's all right, Melissa. I think Floyd's had enough of a run now.
Okay.
No, it couldn't have been us instead of Vaughn. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've watched Ruby make...
You've watched?
Oh, once or twice, just sitting around Ruby's basement. I tell you, people aren't more careful when they're building an atom bomb.
They have nuclear accidents.
Because they're not as careful as Ruby, and they haven't been doing it as long. The thing of it is, Ruby's life is going down the toilet. But it was something else or someone else that poisoned Vaughn Chambers.
Who?
I don't know. That's what I wanted to ask you.
Me?
I'm not very good at casually nosing around and finding things out. You are. You don't usually like it when somebody around here's getting railroaded for something they didn't do.
You can't be sure.
Look, at least just go talk to Ruby, okay? Then if you think I'm wrong, just forget about it.
I don't know if this is something I really want to do.
Of course I remember you, Bonnie. Come on in. I know it was probably no big deal to you, but that was one of the biggest days of my life, paying off that mortgage. Just tilt the chair. He'll find another place to sleep. That's if you don't mind raccoon hairs on your butt.
I can brush them off.
Get Big Ben to brush them off. Like a drink?
No, thanks.
Can't blame you. Look at me, drinking store-bought vodka. Had to float a bank loan. No, I shouldn't make jokes about bank loans. There's nothing funny about them. That's why it was such a big whoop-de-doo when I paid off the friggin' mortgage.
Well, I do sort of remember you jumping up and down.
You're just lucky I didn't give you a big, wet, sloppy one. See, my granddad built this place, so it was free and clear right from the start. So long as the property taxes got paid, no one could ever take it away from us. And then there was a stretch of hard times, and my dad had to take out a mortgage. Well, it's no friggin' way to live. Never knowing from one year to the next if you might come up short and the bailiffs could throw you out on the road.
A lot of people live like that all their lives.
Pretty sad lives.
It sounds like there's a chance the bailiffs might be coming anyway.
Huh?
Ben told me about Vaughn Chambers and what you've been making for years and all.
Figured he had.
If this house gets defined as a bootlegging establishment...
Not bootlegging. That's the first thing Dad ever taught me. You never, 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 never sell. Just make for the family and for presents and trade.
Trade?
Your Ben's got a good heart. But it wasn't just out of the goodness of his heart that him and his friends spent 3 days reshingling my house last summer. I like to brag about what a tough broad I've been all my life, raising kids and cattle on my own, but the fact is I couldn't have made it without people doing me favors, because I was following the family tradition. My dad always used to sing that old song, get you a copper kettle, get you a copper coil.
I used to have that on a record.
Well, it's all stainless steel now. Wouldn't make as good a song, but it's a hell of a lot safer. Safer. Damn it, Bonnie, I always followed the rules. Drink nothing more than beer while you're making. Scrub everything out before and after. Because ethyl alcohol can turn out methyl so easy. And you've always got to watch out for impurities. And now poor old Vaughn, who never hurt a fly. All because I was too damn pig-headed to admit my inheritance.
Your inheritance?
Yeah. I inherited more than this house and barns and the family tradition. There's another family tradition. My dad's last 10 years or so, he was, well, they didn't even really have a name for it back then. They just called it senile. Now, it's Alzheimer's disease.
You sure don't seem like that to me, Ruby.
Or to me. That's the devil of it, Bonnie. You can't remember what you can't remember. My dad had enough people around him who could tell him what he'd gone and done the day before. Now, on one of his good days, he'd put a padlock on the junk shed where we used to hide the machine. Hell, the cooling machine was an old wringer washer. He gave me the key, and he told me never to give it back to him.
When's supper, Aunt Ruby?
Not 3 o'clock in the Jeesley afternoon. This here's Mrs. Bonnie Marsden, my great-nephew, Arvid.
Hello, Arvid.
If you're starving, there's some... What the hell do you think you're doing?
I was just going to pour myself a drink.
Like hell. I told you the last time, there's people that can drink and there's people that can't. And you're the biggest can't I've ever seen. If you want to drink, go drink somewhere else.
I've got no place else to go.
Then don't drink. If you're starving, there's some leftover ham in the fridge.
We had that for supper last night.
We did?
Uh-huh, with French fries and garden beans.
Well then, fix yourself some bread and jam. Because me and Bonnie, we're going to go sit on the front porch. Watching Arvid eat isn't something you really want to do. You know, if a truck ran over that boy tomorrow, I wouldn't shed a tear. But he's blood. And hell, he does make himself useful sometimes. He used to make deliveries for me.
Deliveries? Like to Vaughn Chambers?
Yeah. And a few others. I always made damn sure to call and check that the bottle got there full. Oh, maybe Arvid took a little nip and topped it off with water, but people would notice if it was watered down more than a little. You know, Bonnie, either getting away from the credit union was good for you, or I'm a worse judge of character than I figured.
Oh?
Yeah, you're not near so prissy as I thought you were.
Oh, thanks.
Think nothing of it. I remember you saying in the kitchen, maybe the bailiffs will be coming to take this house anyway, even though I got no mortgage. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. That's being well took care of. As for whatever happens to me, well, I killed him, didn't I? You going to the funeral?
I wanted to, but I can't.
Neither can I. My granddad used to tell me, you make liquor, and you'll always have a lot of friends, and a lot of responsibility. One little mistake, and your friends will be walking around blind, or not walking around at all. I remember him saying that.
So, do you think I was wrong about Ruby?
No. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that people who are first to take the blame are usually the last ones to deserve it.
How's that?
Anybody who believes they're capable of making a terrible mistake would always be triple-checking every step to make sure they don't. Or maybe I just like the old bat too much to want to believe she'd go and kill somebody unintentionally.
Well, that's what got me going in the first place. I just can't see Ruby McLean killing somebody unintentionally.
But I think I know how Vaughn Chambers did get poisoned.
Well, you gonna let me in on it?
Ruby's great-nephew.
Arvid?
He's just stupid enough to take more than a little nip from the bottle he was delivering. Top it up with rubbing alcohol, figuring a couple ounces in a bottle of moonshine wouldn't make any difference.
Yeah, I'd say he's that stupid.
The question is how to prove it.
You could ask him.
He's not that stupid. It'd be manslaughter or at least criminal negligence causing death. I was thinking it over on the way home, and the only thing I could come up with was to drop by Ruby's again tomorrow and ask if she's still got any bottles left from that batch.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the police can compare it against the bottle Vaughn's widow handed over.
It might work.
Even if it does, Ruby McLean's still guilty.
Of what?
Making moonshine.
Oh, for God's sake. Honey, people make home-brewed beer and wine and the law doesn't mind. Why not home-brew liquor?
It's more dangerous.
But not if you're careful. Ruby told me that since stainless steel came in, a 12-year-old child could make safe liquor if he could keep his attention on the job. That law isn't there to protect us poor, precious citizens. It's there to protect tax money. So a politician can come home from a hard day spreading bullshit and open his $40 bottle of scotch. And you can come home from scrubbing his floors and unwind with a nice glass of Kool-Aid.
Tell Vaughn Chambers' widow homebrewed liquor isn't dangerous.
Well, you said yourself you don't think it was Ruby's shine that killed him.
Nope. No, I don't think it was. But Ruby does.
Quiet, Skipper. Can't you remember from one day to the next? Come on in, Bonnie.
I tried to park so as not to block the other vehicle.
Looks like you did fine. That's my son's car. Bonnie Marsden, my son Ian the lawyer.
Oh, Mom, a lot of people become lawyers.
Not a lot of people from dirt farm families that never made it past the 8th grade.
Oh, I'd say there was plenty of intelligence for him to inherit.
There's a big difference, Bonnie, between having brains and having an education.
Yeah.
And not a lot of lawyers own restaurant hotels.
My mother spreads it a bit thick sometimes, Mrs. Marsden. I'm part owner of the Balmoral Inn.
In Halifax?
Mm-hmm. You know it?
Not hardly. But my daughter Darcy works there. Just a part-time waitress. You wouldn't remember her.
Darcy? Darcy Longlegs. Sure, I remember Darcy.
I know you got to get back to the city, so why don't I just sign these papers and get it done? It's all right. Bonnie's a friend. And it's no big secret, is it?
No, nothing secret about it at all.
Remember I told you, Bonnie, that any chance that they would try to take my house away was being took care of? I'm signing the house over to Ian. They can fine me $8 million if they want. I ain't got no assets.
It's just a formality, Mrs. Marsden, and perfectly legal. Just sign here, Mom.
Ian would have inherited the place in a couple of years anyway.
Not that soon, I hope.
You hope. Damned arthritis is getting so bad I can't lay down, can't sit up, can't stand up. They're going to have to bury me on a slant.
And here, Mom. It's handy you dropped by, Mrs. Marsden. You can witness Mom's signature.
I'm sorry,
Bonnie used to be loans officer at the credit union. They make them real superstitious about signing anything that they haven't read 12 times.
I'd be glad to take it home and read it overnight, but I don't think that's what you want. I don't mean any offense.
Oh, none taken. If everyone had your careful attitude, I'd do a lot less litigation.
Is Arvid around? You could get him to witness it.
Arvid?
The problem there, Mrs. Marsden, is that Arvid can't read well enough for anybody to believe he knew what he was witnessing. But it's no problem. I'll just do what I was going to do in the first place. Get my secretary to witness it when I get back to the office. Standard procedure.
I was just going to put on a pot of tea, Bonnie. You wanted...
No, thanks. I only have a few minutes before Melissa's school bus. I was just wondering... You see, Ben and I both think it wasn't your liquor that killed Vaughn Chambers.
You think what?
Do you have any left from that batch so the police could make a chemical comparison?
She poured it all out.
Well, not right away. When I heard the Mounties were on their way, not the first time, I got everything out of the house and back in the woods. I never kept anything in the house but $1.40 and a box of pints for traders and presents. Then when I found out what happened to Vaughn, I poured it all out and I smashed the bottle.
Ain't no fish left in that damn river. TV on upstairs?
No, but you can turn it on.
Oh.
Mom...
I know, Ian, but what am I going to do? He's blood.
So am I. I'm worried that you're going to wake up one morning with half a dozen of his 8-man friends sleeping on your kitchen floor.
Then I'll wheel the tar out of all of them and throw Arvid out for good. Just like I did with your father.
Well, I better get going. Mrs. Marsden, could I ask you to move your car a little? I'm sure there's plenty of room, but I've gotten too used to city parking.
Sure, I gotta get home soon anyway.
Bonnie?
Yeah, Ruby?
You and Ben really think it wasn't my stuff that killed Vaughn?
That's what we really think.
Mrs. Marsden?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Love you, Mom. I don't really need you to move your car, Mrs. Marsden, but I just wanted to say, I think it's very kind of you to try to ease my mother's guilt, but, well, it was bound to happen eventually, wasn't it?
It was?
I've been trying to get her to stop for years, especially since, well, maybe you know there's a disease that runs in the family.
And she said something like that.
Sometimes I wonder how many years I've got. I just think, well, it would be best for everybody, you know, if she wasn't encouraged.
I see.
I mean, she's in a lot of trouble, eh?
Right.
Say hi to Darcy for me.
Hi, Darcy.
Oh, hi, Mom. I was going to call you guys tonight.
You were?
Yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to come up this weekend. They gave me more hours.
Well, that's good. I mean, not good that you won't be coming up.
You're telling me. Just turned around today out of the blue. I was afraid I wasn't going to have a job at all.
Why's that?
Well, I didn't want to worry you and Dad, but for the last few weeks, the whole staff's been expecting to show up for work one day and find a padlock on the door. The head cook's been driving himself crazy trying to find a butcher who hasn't been stiffed too many times to fill an order. But when the restaurant manager called me up to give me my hours, he was all smiles and chuckles. Said my back pay'd be waiting for me and everything.
Maybe he was just jollying you along.
No, he's been worried sick about losing his own job. I could hear the relief in his voice.
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe one of the owners won the lottery or something.
I met one of the owners. Said to say hi.
No? Which one?
Ian McLean.
That scuzzbucket?
Why do you say that?
You would, too, if you could feel his beady little eyes across the room every time you bent over to serve a customer. I wouldn't even mind so much if he was an outright ogler, but he's just so sneaky, creepy.
How do you mean? Do you know anything else about him?
Just that he uses the restaurant like his own private club. He's always bringing in politicians and corporate lawyers and signing for the tab. And if you think any of the staff sees tips out of it, you're crazy. Why do you want to know about him?
I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I'll be able to tell you next time you come up.
Well, I've got the next Monday and Tuesday off, and Robbie's home on Mondays, too, so...
It'll be nice to see you. Take care, dear.
You too, Mom. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's something that stinks about that guy.
Well, he's a lawyer.
I think I'm going to go into the real estate business.
How's that?
Just for tomorrow. I'll be calling long distance from Halifax to agents around here. I have a client who's very interested in a certain property and wants to know if there are any liens on it.
Yeah, Bonnie?
I found out.
What'd you find?
There's a brand new $50,000 mortgage on Ruby McLean's house and property. Ian McLean's house and property. He must have had it all arranged with the bank and had the check in his hand as soon as he got the title changed to Halifax. So, we were right to think somebody put methyl alcohol in Vaughn Chambers' ethyl alcohol. But I was wrong to think it was just a stupid accident.
How's that?
Ian was desperate for cash flow, a lot of cash flow, but he knew his mother'd rather cut her throat than take out a mortgage. Whatever he owns is probably already mortgaged to the hilt. So all he had to do when he was back home for an overnight visit was sneak downstairs and pour a little rubbing alcohol into the pints she kept around for trades and presents. Then he just had to sit back and wait for some friend of Ruby's to get good and sick.
Could just as easily have been us.
It could have.
Huh. And him being a lawyer and growing up in that house and all, he'd know the only way smart moonshiners get caught.
How's that?
Well, about the only way the Mounties catch a smart moonshiner, not some bootlegging idiot trying to get rich, is if some fella starts drinking way too much and the only way his wife can get him to stop is to tell the Mounties where he's getting it. I guess Ian McLean figured the same thing would happen if some fella got good and sick.
Only Von Chambers didn't just get sick.
The question is, like you said before, how to prove it. You got no evidence.
I might not need any. From what I know about Ruby, now that I've talked to her a few times, maybe if I just keep an eye out for the next time her son's car's in her driveway.
Come on in, Bonnie.
Hi, Ruby. Mr. McLean. Arvid.
Oh, you can call me Ian, Bonnie. We've been introduced.
You just missed lunch.
I had mine.
You can help yourself to a cup of tea.
Thanks.
Them boys were sure hungry for pancakes. Ian brought me one of those fancy space-age frying pans way back when, but there's no beating the old cast-iron one once it's seasoned right.
I was going to drop by yesterday, but I got hung up at the bank renegotiating the mortgage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had one.
Oh, we're used to it. But I could have picked a better time to renegotiate with the rates jumping last week. Did you get stung, Ian?
No. I've got an old buddy at the Royal who... I mean the mortgage on my house in Halifax, Mom. The term came
He
up...
means the mortgage he took out on this house last week. Royal Bank on Barrington Street.
You what?
Oh, he spiked your trader price with rubbing alcohol if you'd sign over the house.
Mom, stop! I didn't know. Oh, I'm not a chemist. I thought it was just enough to make somebody sick.
Stop it! You'll kill him.
You bet your ass I will.
It's just a mortgage. The house would have been mine soon anyway. What difference does it make to you? I needed the money.
You won't need it in jail.
Well, there's no evidence. Just something my mother claims I said to her. Hearsay. Her word against mine. Who's going to listen to a broken-down old moonshiner?
You sick little bastard.
You're wrong, Ian. It's not hearsay. She's got a witness.
No, she don't. She got 2 witnesses. Maybe I can't read, but I sure can hear.
You know, that lying little scumball of a lawyer is still lying.
Hmm?
Saying he meant to just put enough methyl in the ethyl to make somebody sick, not dead. He didn't give a damn one way or the other so long as he got what he wanted. I wouldn't put it past him to sell Ruby's house out from under her while he's in jail, to keep up his assets till he gets out.
He can't.
Why not?
The secretary who witnessed it was 50 miles away when Ruby signed it. I can swear to that in court if it comes to that. The title transfer is void. So is the mortgage.
That means Darcy will be out of a job.
Oh, maybe the other partners will find a way to keep the place open. If not, Darcy will find something. She's a hard worker. She's not too proud to scrub floors or dig ditches or whatever it takes.
Can't imagine where she gets it. You know, I think the best thing you've done for Ruby, what matters more to her than her house or anything else, is at least she knows now she didn't produce something poisonous.
She might not see it that way. Ben? Do you think I'm prissy?
Huh?
Ruby said that when she just knew me from the credit union, she thought I was kind of prissy.
Well, Ruby McLean hasn't been in bed with you. I don't think.
But you are.
You have been listening to episode 9 of Clean Sweep by Elf Silver. This adventure of Bonnie Marsden's was called Ethel and Methyl. Deborah Allen was heard as Bonnie. Her husband Ben was played by Richard Donak. Genevieve Steele was Darcy Marsden. Alvina Poole was Ruby McLean. Gordon Gammy was Ian McLean. And Jake Evans was Arvid McLean. With them was Ashley Swain as Melissa. The original music was composed by Scott McMillan and David McIsaac and was performed by Gordon Stobie, Jamie Gaddy, and Andre Lacroix, together with the 2 composers. The recording engineer was Pat Martin, with sound effects by Dermot Kenny. The associate producer was Peggy Hemsworth. Casting by John Dunsworth and Alex Duncan. Clean Sweep is produced and directed in CBC Radio's Halifax Production Center by Bill Howell, the executive producer of the Mystery Project. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comment.
That about wraps it up for this time, my Canadian friends. I sure hope that you are enjoying these Mystery Project programs, Becker and Clean Sweep. I know I'm enjoying presenting them to you, and I hope that we kind of help to get your new year off on a good foot, and that it's going to be yet the biggest and best new year you've ever had. Anyway, the old clock on the wall is telling me get out of here, so I guess that's just what I'll do. Until we meet again, may the good Lord take a liking to each and every one of you. Good night. Thank you for listening, and I sure hope you'll come back again real soon for another Canadian Old-Time Radio Association broadcast. I'm John Bollier. This is the Canadian Old-Time Radio Alliance.